All right. So you guys are heading over back to the starport. As you are heading over, you get a call from Quator again. Guys, there's at least a dozen people outside the ship. It seems like someone's underneath of it trying to lock it. So be ready when you come back. But did you guys find out anything during your time out?
I found the droids who we were looking for, and destroyed them, and I'm on my way back now.
Good. I kind of made a mess back where I was. Kind of overreacted. Let's try to get out of here.
Okay. You guys head to the starport. We'll say for convenience sake, on your way, your paths cross. As you actually get there. So the starport in front of you it's an enclosed starport. So it's a kind of giant square. It has the entry doors on the front, which you've used before, and then it has a refueling or station area, storage area, and then it has three ship ports or 3 landing spots. As you approach, is there anything you want to do before going into the shipyard?
Oh, let's see. There's obviously a force there trying to lock our ship down, probably bounty hunters or security or both. Is there a way we want to try to sneak up on them or actually, let's put it another way. Do we know if there's an approach that we can be able to stealth to our ship?
Inside of the spaceport, there's not much hiding spots. There's a couple offices on the side, but the only door is the front one. There of course is the roof, going through the roof access. Basically, once you pass the wall, the entire roof is open to allow the ship's the ability to leave. It's not a restricted one where the roof closes after a certain point.
Hey, Philip, you're on mute.
Sorry, how high are the walls?
They're about 50 feet.
It's going to be somewhat difficult to jump over.
Especially for me who can't jump.
Well, there's that.
And then the doors going into it, they're normally not locked, but they have 2 sets of entry doors.
So it's kind of like an airlock that you go through one, they close it, and they open the other one.
That's.
One second.
Okay. The only thing I can think of is that we might be trapped in that airlock, which might be bad. We could try to get over the wall, but we have to have some kind of distraction, possibly.
We have a pizza.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. I guess it all depends on who is doing bad things to our ship. If it's the planetary authorities, then we'll have to find a way to sneak in. If it's not the planetary authorities, we're rightfully allowed to come into the spaceport. I guess that's the question.
Well, the thing is that we've done a lot of stuff that probably would please the planetary authorities that much. So if we're willing to get ourselves arrested, I don't know. I don't know if I like that.
Did the camera stay on? Did you guys get to see like my roof and everything, or did it shut off when I answered the phone?
It paused for like a moment, like when you switched it on, you turned on, and it's like had just your face looking at the phone. Yeah.
Okay. I was figuring it shut off. I'm like, I wonder if they were looking at the roof of my house now. But all right.
So
So is there a plan, or just going through the front door?
Okay, so there's only the front door
How's
itself.
my disguise holding up, by the way?
Nobody's called you out, so you think it's doing well?
All right. Do I think that the disguise is? Does Kirith think that the disguise works well?
Like, did he do a double take when we met up? I'm like, what the?
Well, you guys got ready together, so you have known each other's disguises.
Okay. I guess if we want to try the disguise route, that's probably the best way we can possibly approach the sneaking in an open area.
Oh no, I meant the guy whose droids we came to destroy. I'm disguised as him right now.
Mm-hmm.
So if that's still looking pretty good, then
Yeah, it's pretty decent. At least you don't look like you. So let's see if I just don't look like me, we might be able to figure something out. So I'll try disguising myself then.
maybe.
I know. I'll try to disguise myself as Jin. I think that was the security guard.
Yeah, the security guard from the hotel.
Yep.
Yep.
So let's try that.
Okay.
At least we'll be consistent in our disguises.
Okay. So you guys step in the front. You step through the first door. The second one remains shut. Once the back one shuts, the front one opens up for you. As you step into the courtyard, you see that there's 3 ships in the hangar. You see, looking around, you see. That's right, what is Laura? This camera mount thing doesn't work very well. Oh, I turn. No, that's better. No, it's confusing me. Turn back.
Yeah, sometimes you have to turn off auto rotate for it to work the way you want.
Yeah, I think that's what happened. It rotated. So as you step through the door, you see in front of you, you see your ship in the middle. I forgot the name of your ship again, but something's flying. And you see 3 people, 3 men standing in front. They're all holding rifles and wearing armor. As you look around to the sides, you see 5 Gamorreans on each side, kind of back in the corner.
Paying attention to where the entrance, or
What was that?
do they look like they're alert? Do they look like they're ready for action, or?
Yes, the Gamorreans. They all have axes, and they look like they're. Well, right when you step through, they're sitting down. But once they heard the door open, they all kind of start shuffling to their feet. Then you notice underneath your ship, you see two mechanics putting on restraining clamps to lock the ship down.
Wait, Gamorreans.
Yeah, I know. That's not great, right?
I think it's our bounty hunting friends. Radnar's to be at least. I think Radnar's coming to pay a visit to us.
As you step through the bounty hunters, you see the 2 on the outside kind of level their weapon and kind of start moving over towards these. They're like refueling stands, so basically like cover for them. You see them start shifting over, and the middle one's like, "Are you guys here for your ship?"
How do they even know who we are? We're both disguised in theory.
Mm-hmm.
I'll come up.
Well, couldn't we just? We should probably pretend like we're after us too.
Yeah.
And
What do you
suggest
mean?
a team up or something.
What do you mean? These bastards have broken a lot of our merchandise. We were looking for them. Who are you talking about?
So you're after the bounty fellowship too?
Well, help recoup our losses.
Well, we've got this place staked out. So if you want to find if you want to find the people for the ship, I'm sure they got bounties too for stealing it. But we're setting up camp here till they return. You see the two who are moving over to the boxes kind of drift back to the middle. You see the mechanics underneath still working on the ship, working to put the restraining clamp on the ship.
Hey, mind if we? I think I can be able to have a little bit of skills popping inside. How about if I be able to open it up and get some clues about where the hell they are?
Go ahead and make a charm check.
All right. Oops.
It'll be against 3 red.
Yeah, that makes sense.
And do you remove setbacks? I'm sure you do.
Yes, I do. Well, how many setbacks are giving me?
Let's say 2.
Okay, that's the amount I get. Take back or move. So there, boost, 3 yellow, and 3.
Yes.
Okay.
S-C-A-T-T-L-E S-C-A-T-T-L-E S-C-A-T-T-L-E
Well, let's say the force is with me. I succeed with 7 advantages.
Good boy.
They totally think that we're with them. That I'm serious. Let's just get inside, help actually find these
Oh
guys.
my goodness. Excellent sneezes.
Okay.
And 2.
The pair on the side kind of look towards the guy in the middle, and he nods. A pair of them, they all kind of drift back over to one of the ports to kind of give you way to the ship. You see the mechanic still underneath working on the clamp. They just move a little bit to the side, out of the way.
Okay, before we go in, I'm going to influence the mechanic to think that he's done.
Okay. Go and make a discipline check.
All right. What's going to be his discipline?
I'll do 2 purple and a red.
Okay.
It's so funny that Dad picked pizzas because I thought, that would be a good idea.
All right. I guess. Wait a minute. No. I have to. Yeah, that's my discipline, and I fail.
Because then I have, good food.
Okay.
to eat.
So,
But hold on.
all right.
Something happens.
I'm super excited. What came today? These are
You're on mute, Phil.
starters. For your body and stuff? This one's for your
I
skin.
thought I took it off. Is this one of those things where you can use a regular old reroll, or do you have to actually use your special ability?
Edges and valleys and stuff.
I could do a regular reroll. Let's just do that. Try that in first.
Okay.
Thank you, baby.
Save the big guns for as long as possible, right?
That's true. That's true. Let me try that. Okay, I'm good with that. So with my gambler, I got 2 successes, but I do get a threat.
Okay.
Swapping it off.
You
So I'm all for that.
as you do that, you see one of the mechanics kind of like lift his head, kind of look around, and taps his buddy like, "Hey, we're done. It's locked down. Let's head out." And the buddy kind of looks at him and is like, it's not flashing yet.
All right, my turn. Are you new? Those are clearly sealed.
No.
All right, my turn.
Yep.
Like, same discipline on this guy, or?
Yeah.
Jackson.
Okay.
Stop.
Is it opposed discipline versus discipline? Is that
Yes.
I
Whoa.
don't use my influence ability that frequently. So
Yeah, it's discipline versus discipline.
okay.
Go with mommy.
Dylan?
Hop down.
Down. Go. Come on. Leave Daddy alone. What do you want? You need some milk? You want cheese?
And was that red an upgrade or no, Duncan?
That,
Was
no, it's not an upgrade.
Okay.
It's opposed. Yep.
This is opposed, so yeah.
Well, okay. So I have also failed.
Do we want
See-
to do anything here or no?
Well, I should have probably used my cunning for this one, but oh well, it's fine.
It would have been only one extra die. It would have been hard.
So the group
Good with this?
are. See if they.
Well, maybe they could fight amongst themselves about it, and
Okay. We'll let
that'll give
that.
us time to
Yeah,
escape.
that's how we spend the advantage. As and now they're arguing about how it's supposed to be done.
Because that's a lot of advantages. Oh, what's this?
So the bounty hunters, they notice them start fighting, and they head over there as well. So they're like, the light's not on, it's not locked. Here, one of the bounty hunters kind of starts messing with it, but is not as proficient. So at this
Time to
point,
open up the ship.
Yeah.
what's that?
So
Time to
I
open
make
up the ship.
time to open up shop. I make it sound as if I'm like hot wiring it, even though I'm just going boop.
Right.
Okay. You open up the ship. As it drops down, you see two of the bounty hunters. The one's not fiddling with it. Kind of quickly turn around, and kind of give you a strange look. Like, I was awfully quick getting in that ship. They kind of start circling around to where the ramp is.
What can I say? I'm really good at this. Being a head of security, you learn how to be a thief.
Okay.
That's true. That's true. You got to learn all the tricks of the trade, right?
You see the two bounty hunters who started to circle around. You see them they start to wave the Gamorreans over. And so one of these is under the ship. The two are walking up the ramp with you guys as the Gamorreans are heading over. Hey, leave that alone.
Dylan.
They head up the ramp with you, unless there's anything you're doing first.
No, we can let these two head up the ramp with us. Just close the ramp behind us and either try to influence them or deal with them,
Yeah.
whichever.
Yeah. So
Okay.
like
Alright.
yeah, close the ramp.
Okay. They head
Like,
up.
surreptitiously just like close it without hopefully them noticing. And you're like, oh, I guess it didn't do as good of a job as I thought. Whoops.
Go ahead and make a stealth check to close it without being noticed. Depending on yourself, it'd be easy. It'll just be one purple, one red. And one black because they're kind of suspicious of you.
All right. I think I can manage that.
I hope so.
So I'm going to do it. Kirith, you distract them.
Yep.
Give me a blue.
That way we have it for a long time.
And I am going to use my cunning for this one. I'll blow my special ability early, I guess. Even though I'm not horrible at stealth.
Well, things we definitely.
Well, you have your Master of Shadows, so you can reduce the difficulty
Can we go ahead and turn on the fan?
for 2 strain.
Oh, I forgot about that.
Yep.
So maybe I don't need to use my cunning. Yeah, I'll take the 2 strain to.
Just red and a black.
One red and 1 black, right?
Yep. Because you remove the purple.
Yep. Wow. Okay.
Wow.
Okay. You discreetly hit the door. The ramp starts to raise up. I'm assuming you probably like some of the advantages for them to be distracted and turn to focus on the door.
Yep.
Yep.
So I'm distracting them and going, hey, let's go to the cockpit. Let's see what's going on here. Maybe there's something there.
So they start following you in as you hit the ramp. It's as they hear it pressurizing to close, they turn and kind of have a stunned look on their face. What would you like your triumph for?
So their shock is so complete that it's going to give Kirith, who's standing behind them, an opportunity to do something to them.
Yeah. All of a sudden, boom, boom. Hey,
Okay.
I'm not hurting them. I'm just knocking them out.
Go ahead and make a roll.
All right. Let's see.
Hopefully these guys are a minion group.
They have adversary 1 and 1 defense. And I have too many dark side points, so I'll spend 1. So it'll be 2 red and a black.
2 red and a black. Okay. I'm guessing do I get the boost for hitting them behind?
Yep.
All right.
Oh yeah, they're totally surprised, dude. They're like.
I don't know if it's a boost or an upgrade for for the surprise, but we'll see. Oh,
You got a triumph if you want. You can take an upgrade from the triumph.
Oh, okay. Well, I already
complete
rolled.
and utter shock, right?
Yeah. Well, let's see. I stun them for. I'm going to apply 3 stun.
Okay.
That just goes through Stoke.
With
Okay.
your
As
well, I assume.
well as for my base attack, which is 14 stun damage.
What the F? Damn.
Okay. He gets stunned and he drops to the floor. Go ahead and roll an initiative.
All right.
All right. My vigilance.
Golly. Cruddy
Will
roll.
always be better than my cool.
For me, my cool is like 2 greens or 3. Actually, my cool it's 2 greens and 2 reds. So I'm wondering if that's any better than 3 yellows.
Oh, damn it. Hold on. I forgot to do special roll.
Yeah, I did too. And I forgot to set it to NPC and.
That's weird. I did special roll as well.
There we go.
So that's really me on 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 4.
Yeah.
Being able to use your force dice on vigilance rolls is pretty sweet when it comes time to do initiative.
Yep.
Yeah, that is really good. So didn't mine come in or no? I
I
thought I
didn't see yours
said
come
roll
in.
initiative.
All those
Oh,
gunslingers
okay.
with their quick draw.
I'll try again. There we go. Oh, that's nice.
All right. So you said you guys have to drop on him.
Hit him again.
I'll hit him again.
Again.
All right. All right.
So you won't
One.
get the upgrade this time, I guess. But
Nope. But let's see. Okay. This time, not so much. I'll give a boost to Ruce since I am stunning him, so he's probably just getting a little jolted with 12 stun damage.
He is still up.
all right, well, I'm gonna punch him in the face.
Got it.
I never stopped committing my dice to bronze, so because I was running my ass off to get to the ship, so punch him in the face.
Yeah, I didn't know
Alright.
if I had my sense up, so I just assumed not.
So a purple, red, and black.
Defense. If there was flanking rules in this game, I'd be getting the bonus right now.
Oh, I forgot to roll a black. Should I take care of that right now, or?
Don't worry about it.
All right.
I'm sure it won't matter much. Because I'm sure Ruce will probably hit. And so, one of the videos I watched about D&D recently, they're debating of what's.
Oh, you know what? I actually used my force dice on my initiative, so I can't be still committing it. So
Okay.
Yeah, now that I think about it. Have to
You can do a regular punch in the face.
But that's okay, because you can use enhance for bomb.
Yep. But that a video debating on what's a better bonus for flanking of +2 or advantage, because like 5e everything's big on advantage versus bonuses, and turns out it's about the same.
All right, so my brawn is 3, so 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 damage, and I have 2 threats.
Okay.
I cut my knuckles on his helmet or something. Ow! Damn it!
That is more than enough to knock him out. He drops to the ground. As he hits the ground, you hear his comm channel go on, and you hear the other guy outside. Fem, what do you need? Did you get any information? Fem, are you there? Fem. And then as his comm turns off, you hear in the background a clamp of him finishing to the lockdown mechanism.
Oh, they clamp it down?
Yep.
Man, now we're gonna have to go out there and fight Gamorreans. God damn it!
I was hoping that we'd be quick enough.
They have no walls to break through this time.
I mean, if I had known that 8 would be enough, I would have eliminated those threats. But oh well, what are you gonna do, right? I mean, who has 20 strain? I should have known. But 20 minus soak, obviously, from me.
Yeah.
He can soak me. But
Well, yeah. Well, you could soak me too.
right. You don't right. Okay.
But
Well, shit. I guess we gotta go out there and fight Gamorreans because I mean, unless we're not worried about breaking the ship. I'm assuming if we try to take off, would it keep us here or would it just break the ship?
it would keep you here. Probably at some point, if you try enough, it'd break the ship. But it's designed to keep the ship there. As you guys are standing over them, Quator comes up. It's like, guests.
Guests.
Yeah.
All right. I guess we got to go deal with these with this. Will you entertain our guests while we
Okay.
proceed to
She kind of steps to the side, finds something to bind him with, and kind of starts tying him up.
But she doesn't have bind? Come on.
No, binds don't have that guy power. So, but she kind of starts tying him up and kind of moving him to the side. You
All right, put the door back down. God damn it! At least they're
Yeah.
Gamorreans, so they probably don't have guns.
Yeah, I'm gonna.
Which
I'm
actually
gonna-
is kind of sad because we're both good at reflecting. We could totally just make them shoot themselves and be entertaining.
Yeah, I have a little bit of parry.
Because Gamorreans with guns can't possibly be that effective, right?
But yeah, I'm gonna. As we are opening the door, I'm gonna
Alright,
go ahead
you
and
go left,
activate
I
my
go right?
sensibility.
you
Go left,
step
I
down.
go right.
You see the remaining bounty hunters kind of backed up out in front of the ramp, pointing towards you guys. The Gamorreans are on the side. I'm sure they're going to be after you guys because.
Are we doing new initiatives or?
No, I was just going to add them to the pool,
Okay.
and I'm sure they're not going to beat 9. So.
Odds are good, yeah.
Yep. So it's player, NPC, 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 NPC.
Wow.
So you guys come down the ramp, and
All right,
who's
you
going
go
first?
left, I go right.
Yeah, that's pretty much it. Yeah, we'll split up and take on the minion groups.
Okay.
Looks like we're having bacon tonight.
All right.
Dude. Poor taste.
Whoever wants to go after him first.
Sure, I'll go this time. Why not?
Okay.
Okay. Do these guys have any defense or anything?
They have one defense, not adversaries. They're minion group.
All right.
Probably have a bit of soak though.
You might.
Oh, granted, you won't care about it. I will, but yeah.
Seventeen damage and a crit.
Dang.
Yeah, you don't mess with me in a lightsaber duel.
All right, it's
Okay.
time for me to roll, which is going to be 4 yellow, green, and 2 purple, and a black, and 1
Look how
for.
useful that the defense die though was, Duncan. It was better than the actual purple dice.
That's part of the fun of narrative dice. You get rolls like that.
I didn't do so well.
Yep.
I got one threat, and
Okay.
but I got 11 stun damage. Or sorry, not 11, 13 stun damage.
I'm assuming yours does extra if you're doing stun. That's cool.
His has a higher base number, but it goes stun, so it doesn't get breach. So, you said 11?
No, it's 13. Base
13?
is 11, but plus 2, yeah.
Against Gamorreans, that's probably better actually. I wouldn't expect their willpower. Their willpower to be very good.
Well, they're a minion group, so it just turns to wounds. So.
Which they have a billion of.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay. You knock one down, and another one is very dazed.
Okay,
Gamor-
so check. Stun damage, not so good against a group of Gamorreans. Against a Gamorrean character, it'd be pretty rad. But
Yep. Kind of like stunning Wookiees.
Yeah.
You shoot Wookiees with stun. If you shoot them with real things, you just upset them.
Right.
So
You get angry and rip your arms off.
because in this game the racial abilities, if they've taken damage, they do +1 damage. If you crit them, they do +2. So
Yep.
if you shoot them, they just make them mad. Bruce, any defense?
Yeah, I've got the defense
One
from
from
the
armor?
armor. Yeah,
Okay.
which is 2 from range and 1 from melee. So they'll be
Okay.
getting 1 from the melee, I guess.
Okay.
And I have abilities, but I don't want to look them up to and take the strain, so I'll be fine.
Fair enough. They hit you for 10.
Damn, 2 Gamorreans hit me for 10? Beasts.
Ooh.
Yep.
Okay. Let me see about my parry here. I wish it told you how many parries you had somewhere.
Yeah, I used the.
I don't want to dig out my paper character sheet, so I got to do some math real quick.
Okay. As you parry, you're able to nick one of the Gamorreans and finish him off. You had 1 wound left from your last hit, so that's their strain. Kirith, well, he's figuring that out.
Yep.
Oh man, if 2 did.
So
10 to
I
me,
have
I feel bad
adversary
for you.
2,
Oh,
essentially, and 3 defense.
3 melee defense.
Yeah. Because of my my hilt gives me defensive.
Damn, they don't care.
Whoa!
I have to look. Oh my god,
And 13.
Uncle Harry.
Yeah, I guess I'll definitely parry.
But
Ow.
like Ruce, with their aggressive attacking, you're able to get some hits on them and finish off the one that was partly damaged.
Okay. Well, dang. I'll take 3 strain, and let's see. That'll take out 4 wounds, and then I think I have soak. I have a soak of 3 now. So, so 4 minus 3. How much did I take?
13.
13. So I take 6 wounds. Dang. All right. Not looking so great. I might not take another one of those.
So I apparently have 3 ranks of parry. So I would take 3 stun, right?
And that means 5 wounds off.
Yep.
Okay. And they did 10 to me, so that means I'll take none. Because I have a soak of 5.
Choke. Okay.
Unless they have some way to ignore some soak. I don't know if they do or not.
No, they don't have fiber rocks.
Their weapons are pretty mean, but I assume they're vicious and not piercing.
Not pierce. Yep. The bounty hunter that you see is going to take a shot at Kirith.
All right. So I guess you upgrade one more time.
I guess he's trying to finish someone off, huh?
2 reds and a purple then, I guess, along with 2 defense.
I don't remember what made us so hurt, but damn. I also forgot to try to remove strain at the end of the last session, but it doesn't matter.
Well, I was kind of on the run, so it made no sense to me. But
I was just chopping up inert robots, so.
granted, I could have rolled a cool, but that's a well.
Okay. So you have 2 upgrades.
3
Yeah, 2
upgrades
upgrades
because they're shooting into the Gamorreans.
Force, 1 upgrade because of shooting the Gamorrean, and 2 range defense.
And 2 range defense, yep.
Damn, 2 range defense and 3 melee defense. That's awesome.
Still hits?
Still hits. Rather, the dice do not favor you tonight.
Dang.
He will hit you for 11 stun damage.
Okay. Great. So I
So
can
you
get
got soak. You got what? 4 soak?
3 soak.
Oh, you still have a strength, a brawn of 1?
No, I have Brana 2.
Oh, the armor provides 2.
Oh, okay. I must have miswritten it that. Okay, so yeah. All right, so yeah, I do have Ahsoka 4 then.
Okay.
All right, so I have Reflect 4, so instead of... So we'll reduce it by 3.
By 6. Do you reflect 4?
I take... Yeah.
Yeah. So it'd be 11. You reflect 4 would be 6, so it'd leave 5.
Yeah.
And then your Soka 4 leave 1, and then your 3 strain for using reflect. So
Yeah.
take 4 strain.
All right. Yeah. Okay.
Better than 10, I guess.
Yeah.
Or I guess it would have been 7.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, because that would have put you pretty damn close to going down.
I am getting... Yeah, I am...
You need ebb and flow to get you some strain back. That's what you need.
Yeah, right now I'm committing dice to sense
Yeah,
just
you
to
are. So you only got the 1, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then you see, you don't really see it, but you hear a window open up in the wall, and you see a barrel stick out that it points at Ruce,
Watching your babies?
and he is going to try to take a
So
shot.
I do have 2 range defense.
2 range defense,
Uh-huh.
and he is at long because he is up as well. He gets a upgrade because you have 1 Gamorrean left, and he gets a boost because he's on the high ground. And I don't think he gets anything else cool from his gun, not unless he hits. Okay.
Oh, wow.
He hits for 13, 16, 18.
Well, I guess I definitely have to try and reflect this, huh?
Yep.
I'm going to dig out my character. See, all I got to do is find my little cheat sheet piece of paper.
Yeah.
Hey,
Yeah. Where is it?
irritated now. I said no.
There it is.
Blue.
5 ranks of reflect.
5.
Yeah.
So it would reduce it by 7.
I said no.
And you said it was 16?
18.
18. All right, so it'll be 11, and I soak 5, so I take 6 wounds, and he's going to crit me if I don't do something. Oh, well, I guess I take 6 wounds.
Okay. He is going to crit you because he don't like you. Critical modifier 20. And
Staggered. That's a good roll. That's a real good
that's a
roll.
good roll.
Oh.
It's a good roll for a crappy number. The target is staggered till the end of next turn. So you don't get your action, you basically just get your maneuver.
Okay.
And it'll go back to the top of the round.
Okay. Seeing this and how he's staggered, things are going down. I yell to Ruce, fall back to the ship. And I run to the restraint and try to just cut it off.
Okay. Go ahead and do a lightsaber check. With it being designed to hold down the ship, it is very sturdy. So to cut it to break it off. So to cut it to break it off, I would say it's going to be 3 red and a purple. If the other thing would be to basically cut through the landing part that is attached, now clamped down, which would probably be easier to do, but would damage your ship.
It's not our ship.
Yeah. What
You
was
stole this ship.
So it'd be – 2 red and 2 purple. So it'll be one less red.
One less red. Okay.
But it basically chop off the landing foot from your ship.
While I'm still under it, I guess I'll just at least okay. I'll go ahead and cut the clamp.
Okay.
Does my sense give me any advantage on? Does it allow for my upgrade there? Because I don't know if it's an attack or just like a skill check.
Sense uses reading emotions or kind of receiving. I would say for attacking the object, it wouldn't affect it.
Okay, that's fair. All right. Okay, so just trying to cut through the bolt. Yeah, just cutting through the lock. All right, and let's roll.
Wah, wah.
Then the question goes, did he really fail?
Did I really fail?
You ever really fail?
That's a really good roll, so I have to use my gambler. I have to.
Change bad dice, right?
Yeah.
You get rid of all those failures, and all of a sudden you're kicking a lot of ass.
Yeah.
All those double failures? Yeah.
All the double failures.
If you can get them to blanks, that's even better.
I can do that with at least 2.
The ones that are on the reds that are on double fail.
Yeah.
That's so cool. It's so outrageously good.
Hold on.
On Facebook Messenger, they had a thing of what's a common phrase from your group, or like a trademark phrase from your group. I'm like, well, one of my people is a gambler with the ability to change the dice. So the phrase is that really a despair? That looks so much better.
It does, doesn't it?
Man. Kirith can do anything. So what does it look like?
Okay, so with that, all of a sudden I say fall back, I cut it off, it just drops down like that, and I'm able to rush up and get to the, up to the...
Oh my god, you freaking trying to drag me with you, shit.
Yeah, pretty much I did a whip around, I cut it one slice, one-handed, it drops down, I bring you, pick up, say, let's get out of here, and I'm running up as if I'm force enhanced, but no, I'm not. I'm just scared spitless.
he's like, Ruce got really hurt? What? You're bad. Time to go.
So you're able to jump or tell Ruce to get on board, jump over, cut the clamp, and then make it back to the ramp, or partway up the ramp.
Yeah.
And then Ruce can use his move to go up the ramp unless he wants to do something else.
Nope, I'm good with skedoodling.
Okay.
So I can't take an action, but can I take a double maneuver?
Yes.
Okay. So
well, you lose your action. So if you do a double maneuver, it'd be at 2 strain.
Right. Because did you say Kirith only got partway up the ramp?
Yeah. Because you had to run to the front clamp to cut it off and then get back to the ramp.
Double maneuver, can I drag him the rest of the way, or like throw him over my shoulder and drag him take him the rest of the way?
Yeah.
Okay. Hup! And woof. This is like almost the most hurt I have ever been.
I've had worse.
I know you have.
As you do this,
and then hit the button to close it.
As it's closing, you see an axe fly towards you guys, and there'll be one more blast from the bounty hunter before it closes, or the bottom bounty hunter, not the top one, because he wouldn't have that angle with you.
It's funny, he's gonna have to randomize who it actually hits.
We'll say that. All right, who wants the axes? All right. We'll say Kirith gets the axes because he left the most Gamorreans. So.
Yeah, let's say that. Yeah.
To range is 3 or 2 for your range defense.
Of 2.
2. Okay. So 2 reds, 2 blacks.
Yes.
Yeah, as it turns out, we both have the same range defense, so it wouldn't really matter who you attack, except for I think I can take 2 more wounds than Kirith at this point.
I think that Gamorrean that tossed the axe accidentally sunk into the Gamorrean behind front of him.
Whoops!
One of the Gamorreans throws the axe, and like the other one's like, "What the hell would you throw that? Now it's gone!" As the ram's closing,
They start punching each other.
they start yelling at each other.
Oh yeah, that's it. There's an axe that just bounces into side of the ship. We now have it.
Cool. Now I have a Gamorrean axe. Don't know what I'm going to do with it, but I got one.
The bounty
Assuming
hunter.
I live through this shot right now, obviously.
Yeah.
I'm assuming the bounty hunter with the long-range rifle can't actually see us, but
No, he can't see you guys.
which is good because 16 damage. Woof.
The other one hits for 10 stun.
Well, I guess I have to reflect. I guess I don't have a choice.
Yep.
That's going to put me dangerously close to being knocked out. Maybe I should have used that special ability you gave me that I've never used. Where I take the conflict and just reduces the cost of reflect for the rest of the...
Yep.
All right, so I'll take none with the reflect.
Okay.
How many threats does it take to do improved?
It's still 3 to do improved. It just lets you send it back.
Yeah. Right. But that's why I was wondering because he has 2 threats.
Yeah, the way that you do it, the only way it changes is the stream. And that if you did an attack, you get to just use 1 strain.
Yeah, it reduces the amount of strain. There's something on the Jedi tree that I think it reduces the advantages to use parry and reflect, but I don't remember it because I don't think anybody has it. So, okay, the ramp closes. Quator is standing over the 2 that are tied up and kind of looking at you, saying, "So do we have a destination?" As she starts walking towards the cockpit. You hear
out of here.
you hear blaster fire hitting the hull, but it's not heavy enough to do anything.
Maybe we should go to her joint. She can heal us or something.
She heads over and lifts the ship up and starts to head out. No,
Need to recover strain. Need to recover wounds too, but
Yes. Time to roll cool.
Cool.
That's a nice roll.
Whoa, Jeebus. That's a really nice roll.
I get 6 back.
All right, I got to remember the ability that lets you use force. Is it on night? No, not on night.
You guys
Is it Will of the Force?
are on the ship. I know there's one talent for is just recovery where you get 1 extra back at the end. And there's one where you get a roll of force dice when you roll to recover, but I don't know if you have that or what tree it's on. But
oh shoot, I need to remember about Will of the Force. If I fail a roll, which I don't often, but I did today, I can change a dark side destiny to a light side destiny.
Oh. There's once per encounter, 1 per session, or
once per round.
Once per round? Wow.
Once
okay.
per round, after failing a skill check, the character may convert 1 dark side destiny point to a light side destiny point.
That's overpowered.
That's a 20-point power, by the way.
Even at 25, that feels overpowered.
like I don't fail rolls too terribly often because I can use the force for almost everything. But when I do, that's really useful. I need to remember that. Okay, it's balance. When the character heals strain, he may add force die per. He recovers additional strain equal to block. All right, so it's cool, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yes. Yeah.
Which I'm
So
not very good at. Cool is one of my worst skills.
Either that or maybe discipline. I'm not sure. Well, I mean, you can definitely use cool, but I'm wondering if you can also use discipline
cool.
for dead. Okay,
Yeah.
just cool. All right.
So it's like, all right. So was it on that one? On that talent, what you need to do is make sure you have a stat that's only 1 and you have no skill in. So then before you go for the big boss fight, you just keep using one of those skills.
So, hey, I don't know if you want to look at the full rules on it, Duncan, because it says when the character heals strain at the end of an encounter, he may add a force die per force rating. He recovers additional strain equal to the number of force points generated. It doesn't say you have to choose. It just says you recover strain equal to the number of force generated.
Because so they do it that way because you can use dark side to do it. If you are a dark side character, then you'd use dark side points versus light side points. But whenever you use points that are not assigned to you, you would take equal amount of strain. So they're mechanical benefits. Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Colors.
You are coloring. So. Okay. Circle. You guys get up in the atmosphere and Quator kind of looks back and so yeah. Do you have a new destination? Did you find anywhere good to go? Or were you just hanging out here till you guys get better?
Ooh. I know I'm patched up somewhere. I don't know where would be the best place for that, especially with all.
I know we had a plan, right? We had a plan to just go to all the locations where there were robots and deal with them. But
I guess. I mean, if we could find a place where we can get both good medical care and take care of the robots.
Well, that's why I suggested that we go back to either, to one of the places that we can call a sanctuary. Either, God, why can't I remember any names today? I'm having a hard time with names. The
Pan something.
I mean, we can go back to Quator's place if we wanted to, but the guy who keeps on helping us with our lightsabers. What the heck is his name?
The Kurt, yeah, and
Kurt,
yeah, his name is
right.
Kurt, but I forget
Kurt Solaris, that's right.
It's for what? You remember the name of the planet? Par something or Pan something? Not Pandoc. It's shoot, my notes are not with me.
Yeah, and I have my notes, but they're so disorganized. Let's see. Kurt.
Well,
So we can either go back to
Plowden,
Quator's,
yes, that's it.
We can either go back to Quator's place, and she actually is a healer. She's a skilled healer.
That's
And
true.
Kurt, I think, isn't that where we left? Our other 2 people were going to be going off to do their own thing.
Yeah.
So,
you guys left Kurt. After your individual quests. You guys left Kurt and met up with Rothan. Lassen
and Shibaka were off doing their own thing, right?
Yep. Lyra. No, I remember it was Lyra. Lassen's sister was left with Kurt. So,
do you think that it would be okay, Quator, if we went back to your home for recuperation before we continue our mission?
Yeah, we can go. We currently haven't been on Nidal 3. We would be able to head back there and take rest. Just hope you guys aren't wanted. Well, you're probably wanted everywhere, but there's probably not much of a presence to look for you there.
Well,
unless
that's
we
the
did
idea.
anything
Like,
else.
we want to get out of
Mhm.
We want to make sure we're as far from core space as we can,
Yeah.
Yep.
and still be in a neutral or safe location.
Okay. She puts in course home, and you guys head to Nadal 3.
Hunter,
She.
tomorrow was on this.
Wow, it's a horrible look.
Yeah.
She'll heal both of you. She'll use the force and heal both of you for 7
Ooh, that's
7 wounds.
That's awesome. I'm only down to 3 wounds now. Great.
And then during the trip, you can recover all your strain back.
Cool.
You guys are traveling through hyperspace after the course is set, and Quator leaves the cockpit and comes back and says, "All right, we have our destination. Are we taking our guests with us?"
Right. Or get.
I mean, what are our options? We're off planet now. Can we? I guess we can.
Money does not have the.
Well, I mean, we can ask them.
On this joint?
It doesn't have an escape pod. We can either ask where they want, drop them off somewhere of our choice, ask where they would like to go, or take them to Nadal with us.
I'd rather not take them back to Nadal. I mean, if we want to.
No.
So let's set a course for something in between Nadal that they'll be able to find a ride home if they want to.
Okay.
Or contact their employer for oil.
Okay. So you drop them off at a random popular spaceport. As you're traveling, or you're planning to drop them off at a spaceport. As you guys continue traveling, it'll take about a half a day to get there. Is there anything you wanted to do while you wait?
I can't really think of anything.
Yeah, I think I would just try to rest or do something to just.
Just try to say "ow" as little as possible.
Yeah.
All right. You guys land and give them the boot, take them off your ship, and then continue to head to Nadal 3. It takes about maybe another half day to get to Nadal 3 from where you guys were at, and that is the fall. And then as you land, Quator answers the greeting from the planet. They give you guys permission to dock and land. You guys arrive on the planet, and she's leads you
With
to
our damaged ship. It's fine.
It's not damaged.
Oh, you chose to hit the clamp. Okay.
Yep. Versus the landing leg. So
Right.
she as you get there, you've seen it before. You see that they have a large cruise ship at port. And
So relaxing.
so relaxing. And you see that they have you see the large cruise ship in port. You see the people gathering at it, getting ready to board. As you can tell, it's heading out soon. She takes you back to her place, which is just kind of a mid-sized apartment, and one of the buildings in town. Is a very plain building, or very plain apartment, very sparsely decorated. She has kind of like mats around where she sits and meditates. You see she has a patio out back which has a view of the cruise yard. She's like, "Well, welcome. This is my home. There's not much here. Probably most of the food's spoiled by now. I try to just keep fresh food. So I take many trips to the market, but she goes over to the refrigerator equivalent, whatever they call it, and you guys get a whiff of something that smells not very good.
My work here is done.
She
I'm going
closes it.
off.
She closes back up. Like, yeah, trip to the market is needed. So, but please rest. I'll go down and get some supplies. Is there anything you need me to get while I'm out?
You know what? Food is great. Might need a little bit more medicine. I'm still not at 100%,
Some
but
ibuprofen.
yeah, some
Okay.
ibuprofen.
All right. Well, rest, relax, and we'll be back.
That was a lot of stun damage. I mean, that was real damage. He did real damage, which is scary. But
Rest and relax, and we'll be back in a couple hours. If you want, while I'm out, go ahead and feel free to empty the fridge, and maybe you can clean it. It smells pretty bad.
You know what? She's done a lot.
yeah.
Let's go clean it. Let's go clean the fridge in the kitchen.
So she heads out, leaving you guys there.
We're gonna get so as I'm cleaning the fridge, like we are going to be chased by bounty hunters, and I'm pretty sure, given our last adventure, that the bounty is not only going to get higher, and there's going to be even more people coming after us. I don't know exactly how we're going to keep this up.
I mean, you're not wrong, but what else can we do? We've got, this is a clear danger.
That's true. I mean, I guess we can go to the next place. I mean, on this list I've seen, maybe Dalanos might be a little easier. I mean, he has a lot of droids, but it's just a storage unit. That might be easy enough to find. I'm wondering if they know about the seeping sow and we need to change the transponder. Or find another ways of conveyance.
We didn't seem to have any issue landing here on Nadal, but that might just be because a member of this criminal organization isn't here. I don't know.
I don't know. Actually, who knows how long we could be able to stay here. I mean, Pandoc came here to the Doll 7 when they were when we kind of took care of the cargo, so to speak.
I mean, we definitely got to stay here until we're healed. No sense of going out with wounds.
Agreed.
But we can leave shortly after that. I'm good with that. And we probably shouldn't go straight down the list. I don't know if the place we went to was the top place on the list, or if you...
No, it was the one that had the most units.
Oh. Well, we probably shouldn't go to the place that has the next most units then, because they'll be expecting us there. Nor should we go to the closest planet to the planet we just left.
That might be good. I'm not sure where that would be. I'm not that good about I'm not good with my
me neither.
astrogation here.
I got lost coming here once, so
granted, I'd like to avoid dealing with any other criminal organizations or anything like that. So I don't want to go to Haven. Bariath maybe, but again, Pawn Odor might be another gang leader. Navreet, no. Plan Fairy Defense Force. There's Rinpost, that's the owner of a bar chain. I don't know. Another security person on Kintalk. Oh, there's this one small fry one, 25 units at Tadavor, droid mechanic, kind of known for doing restorations.
That might not be so bad.
Yeah, the next one would be actually an owner of Starner's units, which is actually the next bigger one, which is on Dalanos. But if they're going to expect us there, then maybe we don't want to go to Tadavor first.
Dylan, hey, we're not kicking.
Then again, I don't know much about. I need to get a galactic map. As I go and pull it out, I can go get my book. Oh, I have my book right here.
None of these places. I don't think any of these places are actually on a map.
Oh, they aren't. Okay.
No, they're just made up names. They're all in the same.
Fair enough.
They're all in the same sector as
Dantor.
as Dantor.
Okay.
But they're all just made up names of planets, and
Okay.
so they're all in the same large sector with Dantor.
Right, which we knew because it seemed like they were building around to take over the sector or something.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. So you could go. The one that would be. Let's see. So you guys were just at Otari.
One sorry for you.
The one that would be farthest from there. I'll let you pick. If you want to go with the one that's the farthest, you can pick. I'm okay with that, since they're all imaginary.
Okay, 1, 2, 3. I can roll a d7 and see which one's farther,
Okay.
so that we are not biased in any way, shape, or form. Okay, the one that's farthest from is the 7th one, which would be Haven.
All right then.
Okay, black market dealer, huh? So, I don't know if we want to go to one of the closer ones or go to the one farthest from.
Dylan.
I'm always good with the direct approach. Let's just go straight there. And
Oh, go where exactly? I mean,
we're gonna go to Haven, right?
Oh, I guess we could. It's just, I guess if we wanted to say, hey, we're not trying to take each one at the nearest. We're trying to do be somewhat random. I guess Haven would be it.
Yeah, I agree.
Okay. All right. So you guys continue to hang out for a while and continue cleaning and get the place looking nice. Quator comes back with fresh food and fresh bandages for you. And sits down, starts preparing dinner for you guys. So while I was out, did you decide what your next plan is?
Actually, kind of think it is a black market dealer we're dealing with. We could just make this a business transaction. We can give them a few credits, say we'll take these droids off your hands and buy a transponder from him. 2 birds with 1 stone.
I mean, do we have that many credits though?
Let's see.
And if he's in the black market, didn't you recently acquire a questionable item that you may try to sell?
That is true. We do have a questionable item that is an antique.
Do we want to
Ball?
let a Sith artifact get out in the wild again though?
I don't know. I mean, I don't know why Radnar didn't get it.
Yeah, we don't even know if that's what he was there for. Could have just been a coincidence, but.
And it might just be a coincidence, and therefore, who would know nor care? And hey, such relics are, I mean, there's not many people that actually take advantage of it except for, people that are after us. The only other people that will actually probably buy it is collectors. I don't know if I can really use it.
It was. Didn't you say that it was cumbersome a lot?
Maybe. Oh, I can't be here. It is defensive 1, deflection 2, vicious 1. Encumbrance is 3, and so it's
but not
a full-size
cumbersome.
shield.
Yeah, but not.
Yeah, not cumbersome, but it's like a full-size shield.
Oh, right. So
I mean, it wouldn't be like a tower shield, but it'd be like a standard.
Like a heater.
Basically cover your whole chest size.
Right. And which we can't really use unless we're just going straight up on the battle. No one really carries a shield around here.
I mean, I don't think anybody. If you carry a shield around, I think people would think you're stupid. But probably not worry about. Hey, stop! Not worry about it. He's going crazy. Probably wouldn't worry about it much, but it'd be. I mean, kind of like carrying a heavy rifle. You might get looks of, why do they have that? But they're much less concerned if you carrying a shield than a heavy rifle. As well, they just have blasters.
Even though it can apparently cut bitches. It's vicious one of all the weird things.
Yep.
Yeah. It's serrated.
Damage +1, crit 4. So you can stab people with it. Because like on the picture, I had like 2 points at the top, 2 at the bottom.
Brawl, I assume. I mean, melee, I assume.
Melee. Yep.
Yeah. The only way I use it was for the defensive, but even then, it's just defensive. It's not deflective, is it?
And it has 2 hard points. So.
It's deflection. It's defensive 1, deflection 2, apparently.
Yep.
Huh.
And vicious 1 with the requirement to do that. You're gonna. Anyone who's in the know will think you're a Sith, which is whatever.
Yeah. Whatever.
But the number of people who would know that to be a Sith shield would be very, very minute at this point.
You know, at least a few people.
Yep.
Yeah.
So, I mean, the Sith have been secreted for probably at least 500 to 1,000 years at this point.
Yeah.
Right.
So, besides that, let's see. I think I got at least 45,000 right now. Or is it? No.
You're crazy.
I think I had the 5,000 before, and I think I've got. I haven't marked down the 25,000 I got from my inheritance from Berlin. So there's that. Granted, 29,000 ain't much.
That's a fair chunk of change. Just depends on what you're trying to buy. You can get like used ships for that much, so.
Yeah, it's true.
But all right.
I don't know if it's enough to buy a transponder and just, take care of a couple of droids and say we'll pay it just to get them off your hands.
So, Mr. Quator has down with you, and so your plans to go to heaven next?
Yeah, I guess so.
Well, for dealing with droids, it seems like you didn't really need my assistance. Did you want me to continue traveling with you, or do you feel that you guys are in good shape without me?
What do you think, Ruce?
Neither of us are the best pilots, or at least astrogators.
No, we're not.
Well, there's shops here where you can get you an astrogation droid to help get you around.
That might not be a bad idea. How much would one of those things cost?
Let's see, probably around 3,000 credits.
I'm willing to drop down that much so we can be able to have some peace of mind. What do you think, Ruce?
Yeah, I mean, we need a way to navigate for sure, or astrogate, I should say. So, yeah.
Okay. Dropping down 3,000.
Hey, go the living room. So apparently fancy droids are about, or fancy astromech droids are about 11,000 new. Mid-class ones are about 6,000 new. So you can get, we'll say you can get a used one for 3,000.
We don't need anything fancy. We're just going around one sector.
That's right.
No.
Yep.
Right, not like we're making long distance trips or anything.
All right. Well then, sounds like we'll park for now. But always feel free to reach out to me, and Ruce will definitely stay in contact. But, welcome to my accommodations here this evening, and if there's anywhere you wish to go on planet before continuing your journey, or
No, I don't know that we should be wandering around Nadal anything at this
Yeah.
point.
No. Any way that we can just get healed up without
oh yeah.
sticking our
So I'm
heads
trying to
out.
remember if it was Nadal 3 or Nadal 7 with Chen. It was Nadal 7. So
Nadal
Oh,
7.
Nadal-
No, yeah,
okay,
Nadal 3, we're probably fine. But
Yeah.
yeah. Yep. All right. So you guys finish your meal. Spend the evening there. Morning comes, and she takes Ruce aside and says, please be careful with your time with Kirith. I know he seems plenty capable of his fighting skills, but some of his tactics are less than what we'd hope for. So please try not to pick up too many of his bad habits, but it seems like he's a good companion for you as long as you can maintain your proper stance.
All in all, he typically strives to incapacitate rather than kill. You saw him at his worst, but you really haven't seen him at his average, at his norm.
Well, hopefully my opinion of him is wrong. Unfortunately, when you see a image of that, it's hard to see people. It's hard to see people with other views. But again, hopefully I'm wrong, and hopefully he's a great companion for you. But just be careful. And if you need anything, you always have my information. Once you're done with your droids, hopefully that will be the end of your
Get over here.
current path and journey, and hopefully we can return again. After that, she kind of steps away and goes over to Kirith. It's good to meet you. Hopefully, I wish you the best of luck.
Thank you.
Take care of Ruce.
I plan to.
And hopefully I'll see both of you again soon.
All right. It's been something.
It has. She shows you to the door, and you guys, unless there's anywhere else you want to go, head back to your ship.
I guess we're all healed up, ready to go.
How much are you guys missing?
I'm at 3 wounds.
I'm at 4.
She can finish you off.
Okay, cool.
So you, or she stays with you to get the astromech droid, and then basically instead of partying in her apartment, she parts of the ship with your astromech there to lead you through the galaxy. You guys set in the course, or have your astromech set on the course for heaven, and jump back into hyperspace.
All right.
It takes a little over a day to about a day and a half to get there. So by the time you get there, it's afternoon. mid-afternoon. You land, and the spaceport, this one, Haven is Haven's a kind of a heavy forested planet with has like 2 large cities, and then it has a couple towns throughout. It had mining and like logging are its major export, or wood is its major export. It's a very small, or the major cities not as heavily populated as the spots that you were at before. So like the whole city's probably half the size of Tucson. And then they have ports kind of throughout, or they have facilities throughout the forest to kind of help with the cutting and processing. And you guys come to the port. You land. The port is definitely smaller than the one you were in before. It doesn't have the enclosure. It just has a flat landing area. Has six landing pads, kind of all out there. 3 of them are designed for shuttles or smaller ships, and then the other 3 are designed for like the bulk carriers. So with your guys' ship, you would take one of the bulk carrier spots. As you land, you're greeted. One of the human comes up, it's like, "Welcome to Haven. It's nice to see you here. How long are you going to be staying? Do you need refueling and general maintenance?"
Yeah, refueling and the usual. Yeah, that's fine.
Okay. And do you know how long you're going to be here? I don't think it'd be an issue, but with using one of our larger ports, if we get enough big deliveries, we may need you to move for a little bit, but I don't think it'll be an issue.
Well, that's fair. I don't know what we're going to be here for. And I looked at Ruce. It was like, about 3-4 days at most. If that.
Okay.
You just have to do some business here.
All right. It's like for 3 days, it'd be for topping off your ship and taking care of it, and the docking fees be 150 credits. Okay. For your stay.
All right.
And town's not very far from here. You can see like the beginning of town. The larger part of the city you have to kind of walk farther in, but the very beginning of it starts maybe a mile down the road. And it's like, well, if you need a ride, I can get you it. I can get you one. If not, it's not that bad of a walk to get to town.
Shall we walk?
Yeah, we'll walk.
Okay. Good to get a little bit of exercise.
Okay. As you're walking, the only other port that's filled, or space port that's filled, is one of the small shuttle ships. As you go by it, you see that there's 2 droids, two astromech droids. You see are kind of up near the top of it. You see them kind of welding or fixing the ship. Hey, go.
On top of the shuttle? Okay. That's interesting.
Okay. You head in town. As you head to town, I see you get the little clearance.
Yeah, sure.
You get the little clearance between the spaceport and where the town starts. Like I said, as you enter the town, it's a bunch of kind of small shops, residential homes. The farther in you go, the bigger the buildings get. Probably the biggest building in town is about 7 stories, so they don't get very, very large. As you go through the streets, you see a lot of people are dressed very poorly, or not very outlandish. Very basic clothing, more designed for wear than for style. There's a couple of vendors, like food vendors on the streets, but overall the streets are pretty sparse at this point. Is anywhere you wanted to go?
Well, turn over and said, well, I need to find this Garen Stevis character. I know.
Yeah, I think it's time to hit the old underworld.
Indeed.
To find out where we could hit the black market.
Yeah, I've gone to some seedy places, but even then they were legit. So I think this is your domain.
All right. Go ahead and make me a knowledge underworld.
I guess I have the skill, so I can give a boost.
Okay. Be a red and a purple and a black because you haven't been here before.
Okay, I can remove that black, no problem.
Okay.
The
Yeah, that's right.
underbelly of a city never changes. Yeah, I removed 6 blacks from Knowledge Underworld, just so you know.
Good
That
job.
is insane. That's just ridiculous. No GM can think of 6 second backs.
Especially on a knowledge underworld. At
What
combat,
happened?
you might be able to come up with 6.
I hit
But-
a roll and nothing happened. Hold on.
I see 4 success and 2 advantages.
Oh, okay, weird. The page just refreshing, now I can see it. Weird, okay. Well, that's good, I succeeded, yay.
All right.
So I'll hit the shady parts of town, or find out what the shady parts are there. Ask the right people. Keep a low profile. That's what I'm going to use my advantages for.
Okay.
I
You guys,
just seem like such a cop.
you guys kind of you start asking around, and you're able to find a guy who he's selling stuff on the corner, but he is one of the little food vendor stands. But when you when you go up to the cart, you see he has the top area for the food, and then he has a compartment basically in front of his legs, which for other stuff,
For other things you might consume.
for other things you may consume. And as you approach, he's like, "Hey guys, what can I get for you?"
Well, we're hoping we're hoping that you could tell us where we might
Outside? Outside the backyard?
Dispose or barter for a very unusual item that we've come into possession of.
Yeah.
And also get something that might be of worth to people that want to stay on the down low, so to speak.
There's a couple spots around here for that. It's for the item. Is it a weapon? Is it consumable? Or is it
More of
a
defensive
collectible?
item, really. It's both. It's a collectible and more of a defensive item. It's very
Okay. Just because there's different markets. If it's a weapon, then there's a group which is much better at that than for collectibles. For collectibles, there's a guy who lives out by the edge of the forest who is big into collectibles. He's been in it for a while and knows a bunch of different people and kind of has some names or knows items that are popular out here. Let me. Moyken, Moyken. He lives in a little house out on the east edge of the east side of town. He's got a trading circuit. Most of the stuff is done not in person, but done through the HoloNet and kind of shipping versus just the the old-fashioned way, but he'd be able to help you with some collectibles.
Huh.
Is there any other kind of stuff you're looking for here on town?
Yeah, like, what if we would like to, say, change the name, change the registry of a ship without too much bureaucratic hassle?
That's a little bit harder to do, but it's still doable. He kind of puts out his palm. No, with your knowledge, or with your good knowledge roll, and basically the size of the planet, you know, it probably doesn't take much to kind of buy the information from him. If you give him 20 credits, he's been more than willing to share.
Yeah, that's fine.
All right, he kind of takes it and puts it in his little register. It's like, Garen is Garen. He lives in the center of town. He's got a nice pad up on the top floor. He's got a bunch more contacts than I do, or than Moikin does. But he'd be the guy you'd want to look for to get to submit an official name change for your vehicle.
Darren, that sounds like an excellent name. Thank you so much for your help.
Yeah.
So just so and we try to get directions to the building.
He tells you where it is. It's not the tallest building in town, but it's the second tallest one in town. And again, the buildings here are very plain. They're not. Again, it's stuff here is built more for function than for finesse. As you get over to the building, you see it's 6 stories tall. You can see, unlike where you were before, where basically the whole faces were large window sheets. These ones are more of small house or regular sized windows versus it filling the whole width of the house. On the top floor, you can see that the windows are a little bit bigger, and they actually have patios. You can see on each side there's 3 patios coming out on the top floor on each side. All the ones below it don't have patios.
Well, we're here to make a business deal. Shall we just do business?
Yeah, I mean, we could do that. If we really wanted to let this shield get back out into circulation, then we can do that. Or, I mean, now that we know where to find the guy we're looking for, then we can snoop around and see if we can figure out exactly where those droids are being kept.
Well, we have a very, legitimate cover. We really need to change the transponder on our ship. I don't
We
mean,
really do, yeah.
We want to get those bounty hunters off our tail.
Right.
So let's see if we can get it for at least a fair price.
All right. As you head up, there's a guard at the door. It's like, "Good day, gentlemen. What brings you to the building today?"
Oh, we are simply customers. We're looking for some of the services that Garen can be able to help provide. We heard that he holds business here.
He hosts it, but he doesn't try to have people. He normally only top quality guests come here. Most of the ones he does off this property, as we've asked him to. Do you have a reservation with him today?
Unfortunately, we've only come on planet just recently, and we just heard of him, so we weren't able to make previous arrangements. Is there a way that we can, smooth things over?
Go ahead and give me a charm check. Well,
All right.
either charm or deception, or however you want to approach.
I mean, we're being legit, so charm would make the most sense.
Okay.
Well, as legitimate as working with a black marketeer is.
Mm-hmm.
So, okay, what's the difficulty?
It'd be a red and 2 purple. And you get a boost because you dropped a name.
Cool. All right. Yeah, I succeed with 8 advantages. I mean, we're able to butter him up well enough.
Like, give me a moment. Let me see if he's in, and we'll see if we can get you up there. I told him he shouldn't be doing these at this place. He should be doing them somewhere else. But let me see what I can do for you. And he kind of he asks you to wait out here. And he steps inside. He's inside for maybe 2 or 3 minutes, and he comes back out. He's like, "All right, go over to the turbo lift. Go up to the 6th floor, and then it's going to be the last room on the left side."
Thank you kindly.
And when you talk to him, remind him that he shouldn't be doing this here. And if he does, then he needs to give me a cut of it. And he holds the door open for letting you guys go in.
All right. Walk on through.
Okay. You walk on through. You see as you go down the hallway, you see that there's cameras in the hallway. There's basically one at the entry point and one at the turbo lift. Between the two, they don't cover the whole hallway, or they don't give good views of people in the whole hallway. But you make it down to the turbo lift, and it drops down. You step inside, and you see it's, as I said, there's only six floors to go to. You hit the button, and it very quickly gets you up to the top floor. You step out, and you see a long hallway with 6 rooms or 6 doors, 3 on each side. And the last one on the left is the one you were directed to.
What's the security look right here compared to the first floor?
You see it, on here, it has one camera pointing at the turbo lift, and then one mounted basically to look in front of each of the doors, so they could see or basically everybody going into the rooms.
Cool. All right.
I mean, once again, we're here as legitimate customers with an ulterior motive, but still legitimate customers. I don't know that we should necessarily try to do anything shady yet.
No. I like I said, I'm just saying, hey, let's perceive what's going on.
Right.
All right, you head down. You get down to the last one, and as you get down there, the door opens slightly before you get down there, and you see this Biff standing at the door, and he kind of shoots a look at you two and is like, "I don't know you two. Who
No.
told you? Who sent you to me?"
Oh yeah.
I don't think I gave him a name.
No.
So,
No,
all
for
right.
the
A certain street vendor.
your reputation precedes you.
I'm gonna have to talk to that guy. He's not supposed to give out my name to new people. So, well, you found me. What can I help you with? And he's still standing at the door with you guys in the hallway.
Does he seem suspicious? Is he acting suspiciously? Like he's trying to keep us from seeing what's in the room?
He's since you're used to people, it's not that he's trying to keep you from seeing what's in the room. He's just trying to keep you from kind of feeling invited into the room.
Because I was suddenly very curious to know what it was he was trying to keep us from seeing. If that's what was happening. And then I would find out.
Yeah. No, yeah. He's not trying to keep you from seeing things. He just doesn't want you to invite yourself in. So.
Granted, you can just do that anyway while I'm talking to him.
Yeah, totally. Because I want to know what's in there. I mean, if the droids are here, then boom, we're good.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, while Kirith is talking, I'm gonna fire up the old Farsight, see what my elf eyes can see.
All right.
I don't know what just happened here. That's a weird roll.
Rolled something.
Oh, well, and I'm going to take a despair for doing it, apparently. Probably because I mixed geek universes.
Okay.
Suck it, universe.
You look through the wall. You can see in his room there's multiple data pad stations or computer stations. You see, he has a workbench on the back wall, and then over on kind of what's visible looking through the door is kind of his living area, where like his couch is, his dining table, his basic amenities. But you can see kind of against the wall that he's flush against has the workbench and electronic equipment there, but no droids.
And no doors.
What's that?
Any other doors?
Just the door to his patio, or the door to the two patios on his place.
Which we would have been able to see from the outside.
Yep.
I'm going to be right back.
Okay. It's like, well, no, I forgot. What did you say you were? Or did you say what you were looking for?
Specifically, we need to be able to change our transponder without too much bureaucratic hangups.
Oh, that is good. Guess what? That's your favorite.
We can do that. It's of course not. Of course, that's not a legitimate request, and is frowned upon and can be traced. So it's kind of costly. How much change do you got to take care of this?
Any way I can use Knowledge Underworld to know how much this kind of service normally costs?
That would be good. I don't want to be throwing out a figure without knowing.
Yeah. Be 3 purple. I would say 2 setback because you haven't messed with this stuff. But since you were at 6, I don't think it matters.
All right.
Was that your roll?
That's my roll.
60.
Okay. He's like, so of course it varies based on where you're at. In major cities, it probably starts about 15,000 credits. The farther out or the less populated areas, some it's less because there's less law enforcement to kind of draw attention to it. But in others, it's more expensive because it's just limited people who can do it. Versus in a larger city, you'd have more people to shop through. but 15,000 is what you're familiar with.
Maybe we should start with 15,000 and
Yeah.
see what happens.
Yep.
He, as you say that, he kind of shoots a glare over at you, Ruce. Wow, Mr. Know-it-all. Do you have a price guide for everything?
It might.
You got a price guide for this planet?
It might.
All right. Well, 15. How big of a ship you got?
Tell him the class.
Yeah.
He's like, okay. And were you just looking for it to have one alternate signal, or do you need more than one alternate signal?
How much would the extra cost?
Well, I'll have to check with the buddies to see which models they have. I know they normally carry the one that does at least 2, and sometimes they'll have the one that has up to 4. To me, it's about.
You just toggle between. What should our ship be called today?
To me, it's about an extra 2,000 per transponder code.
Okay. So
Well,
we're looking at a
Like I'm
20.
thinking, we got like 6 more planets to hit. This ship will probably get blown up at some point. We'll have to steal another one.
Yeah, as in how much would it cost to get just get another used ship? Granted, it would probably take all our money, same as this, and which would then get blown up or something.
All right.
So, or actually, we could just sell the ship and just do a trade in.
Okay. So maybe we just go for like the 2 switch, and then since that's what the guy normally does.
Yeah,
And
we'll
then,
go the basic model, I guess.
Okay. Let me. Might take a day or so to get it. Typically takes about a day to install. Again, depending on how good condition your ship's in. If there's a bunch of extra wires, some people are horrible with ships and run extra things, and who knows. But it's probably about a day for me to get in, a day to put it in, and 15,000.
All right. Well, wonderful doing business with you.
hey,
All right.
do you think we should ask him about the droids? Out of character. Do you think we should ask him about the droids?
What?
Do you think we should ask him about the droids?
Hey, you know what? Why not? Say. You know what, Garen? This has been the work with you. We've actually heard another rumor. Actually, your name kind of sounds familiar. That a mutual friend that allowed you to have a couple of some security droids. That'd be nice to actually have one of those as well. Are they available?
No security droids available. So with Ruce's lying ability, I forgot what the talent's called. So you can tell he's telling the truth, but he's not intending to sell them, but you can tell that he has them.
Man, I wish that that influence worked like mind reading. How cool would that be? I mean, obviously he could be influenced to say that he wants to sell them to us, or that he wants to tell us where they are. But do we do that and then risk messing everything up, or do we just, now that we know that we've got the right guy, do we do some investigation?
I think it's time to do the plain old. Give us our time to stake him out.
Yeah. I'm good at stakeouts, so that's good.
So yeah, we said. Granted, all this is being said off. This is just being running through our minds off character.
Right.
So now there's not many security droids here on planet. Droids, this place you get worker droids, saw droids, stuff like that, but that's security droids. Not unless you want a security droid with a giant saw, and it'd probably keep you safe. I think people would. Yep.
Lumber droids.
Yep.
Well, that's a shame. Maybe I probably was misremembering. My
They
apologies.
work all night and they charge all day.
Red and black flannel paint jobs.
That's right.
Fake beards.
They skip bed jump.
Wear dress for some reason sometimes.
On Wednesdays, they go shopping. I don't know why they would have buttered scones for tea, but they're weird.
All right. It's like, well,
They're lumber droids. They're okay.
give me your information, and once I got the part, I'll reach out to you. And then, like I said, the next day, you should be able to get it installed.
All right.
Excellent.
All right.
So the balcony,
Uh-huh.
when we saw it from the outside, how big is it?
The balcony on, so he has two balconies. One of them is off of his bedroom equivalent, which is smaller. It's probably about 8 foot by 5 feet. Then there's one off of the living room equivalent. And that one's probably about 15 feet long by about 10 feet wide.
Okay. And are all the balconies for all the floors like in a straight line, or are they staggered a little bit?
Only the top floor had balconies.
Only the very top floor had balconies.
Only the very top floor had balconies.
Oh, I thought you said only the bottom floor didn't. Okay. All right.
Yeah.
So okay.
They wanted to make the top floor the fancy floor, so they put balconies on them, and they have the best view. So.
Okay. And this is a 6th floor building, you said?
Yep.
Yep.
So like 70, 80 feet probably.
Yeah.
That's one hell of a jump.
Yeah, that's pretty much long distance right there.
It'll be long for using super jump.
I have the force dice for it, but yeah.
All right.
I was just trying to think of an easy way. And the doors to the balconies, are they secure? Are they just like glass, like a normal?
Yeah, they're both glass. You can see yeah, they're both glass. And having a balcony 60 or 80 feet in the air, you probably don't have to worry, and nothing below it, you probably don't worry much about people breaking into it.
Right.
Especially on a rural planet like this.
Right. Okay. Well, I guess we'll leave the buildings next to his apartment, because you said he had 2 balconies. I'm assuming he's on a corner then.
Yeah, he's on a corner.
Okay, so the buildings on either side where the balcony is, how close are they to the next building?
Dylan Jackson.
So the streets here are basically two vehicle wide, and then a little bit for sidewalks. So it's probably between 30 to 40 feet.
Are the buildings the same height?
There's one that's 4 stories. One of the ones is 4 stories. The other one is only 2.
Right. So not going to be able to make that jump, probably. And if I try, it'll be bad for me if I mess it up. So, yeah, let's not do that. I was just thinking, if I could get up there and like plant a listening device or some sort of a spy device, that would be beneficial. But I mean, I could climb. I could probably make the climb. I'm athletic enough for that. Have to do it at night, but I can see in the dark, so no big deal.
Yep. All right. Anything else with Heaven?
No, I don't think so. Well, oh wait. Well, we gotta.
Done. Stop
Well, we're
that.
here to destroy droids, so we gotta do that. So.
Yep.
Okay, so.
I was
where's the
thinking as we
nearest-
leave, as we're talking, I would say, hey, Ruce, you can use your X-ray vision as we look down, see if we can find anything.
Get off that.
look down through the rest of the floors of the building? You think they're
Yeah.
here?
Yeah, I was thinking, yeah.
I could check
Grant-
it, I guess.
Yeah, I doubt it's anything here, but you never know.
Yeah. Is this all residential buildings in this neighborhood, or is it?
It's not in the neighborhood. There's a couple of businesses, but the building that you're in is all residential.
Any hotels nearby?
There's one. It's not that close. It's closer to where the starport is. So it's maybe a half a mile or a mile there.
This would be the part where it'd be really entertaining to have that ability to see anywhere on the planet.
That would be nice.
Yeah.
Or there is something that we could do. You wrecked all those droids from before, right?
Yep.
You have a good familiarity with them.
Uh-huh.
You've been able to see things that have been familiar to you before, like people and things. Can you use that power here?
Oh, interesting.
Refill my water.
Let's see. See how the seek power works.
Mm-hmm.
There you go. There you go.
Why is it good?
Take it. See? See? What? See? What? See? See? What? See?
I guess I could. Yeah, it just says you can spend 2 force to gain insight into the general location or direction of a person or object that I know about, regardless of current distance. And you can spend additional force and succeed 2 difficulty vigilance check to see through illusions, which, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
There you go. See?
So I guess if knowing that there's droids here counts as knowing about the object, then I could seek them.
I'm done.
All done. So this is the question: if you can use Seeker to
Look.
find the droids.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I feel like that would just make hunt and fetch quests like insane.
Water.
But
Waters.
That is better.
I think it'd be nice to be able to
I'm tempted
minimize
to
our
say.
interactions.
I'm inclined to say no, but let me read the ability.
yeah, the description on the force power itself makes it seem like it's possible, depending on how you define person or object you know about.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like the instances where they've used it in the media, it's been something that they know the name of. A lot of times it's been things they've known the name of but don't actually know where it is, right? So, like they've never laid eyes on it, but I don't know. I'm cool with it either way.
Yeah.
Flower. Flower. Why?
Right, thank you. That's my phone.
Water.
Yes, brother's on there.
Flower.
I'm gonna say no.
So I guess
No
we'd have to do
way out.
something. Yeah.
The objects you know about, kind of knowing of the model of the droid is kind of versus like knowing of, it'd be like knowing of a protocol droid versus knowing for C3PO.
Right.
Mm. Okay.
What?
You want to see flowers? Hold on.
Flower.
All right. So you leave Heaven's Place, and oops.
So let's converse going, well, if you can't find him, that's not the way you can do it. How can we best trace where he's storing these things? I mean, it could be anywhere in this planet.
Flower.
So my thought was
Flower.
to potentially
He takes those to mommy.
surveil him.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Unfortunately, none of the buildings around here are buildings where it would make sense for us to set up camp inconspicuously. So either we'd have to set up camp somewhere else, and then I'd have to come back and figure out a way to get all the way up there, and I point to the balcony. Or I mean, the facade of the building, is it? What is the building made of? Is there like handholds and stuff?
For climbing it, the best way to climb it, the sides of it are smooth, would be basically going from the window of one floor to the window of the next floor. So like they have like little rails on the outside.
Okay, yeah, like sills. Sure. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hop and grab,
Right.
like Assassin's Creed style.
Shit, I mean, using the force, that part would probably be easy. But,
Mhm.
but then I'd be climbing in front of windows where any old fool could see me.
Yeah.
Because I can't turn invisible, sadly.
I can, but I'm not the.
But only for one target, right? So, or
Not only for one
as many
target,
targets
yeah.
as you have force points for, I guess. But,
Yeah.
assuming you bought all those magnitudes or whatever.
I haven't bought as much because I've been trying to get to whatchamacallit, the dedication on one of my trees. So
Yeah, I think
I've got
I think I'm giving up on that. I think I'm not going to bother trying to reach another force die or another dedication. I'll just try random fiddly things until we stop playing. So
yeah, same.
that I have a 5 in one stat and a 4 in another, and everything else is 3 except for 1. So I'm good.
Yeah, I'd probably be buying skills or either that or doing training up for stuff.
All right. So you guys are heading back to the ship to get spy equipment to try to bug his room?
I mean, I feel like it's the best bet. We could also just wait for him to leave and tail him, I guess.
Right. And I can definitely tail him with misdirect. I can target him.
Okay. Do you wait for him to leave?
Actually, though, I can't. Dang it, I can't sustain it yet. But so.
How long does it last?
One turn.
Oh yeah, that's not great.
Yeah, if I had the duration, I do not have any XP for that yet. So.
All right. So what's the plan?
I figure we wait a bit to see if he ever leaves.
Okay.
Here, whenever someone enters the building, I can check to see if they go to his floor. That way I know if he does all of his work through intermediaries or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And if he ever comes out, then we'll know.
You sit there for a while watching people go in and out. You don't see anybody going up. Yeah. Well, I mean, it's afternoon time by this point. So you wait till kind of the beginning of the evening. Nobody goes up to his floor. Kind kind of once it gets dark, you see him come down, or you see him step out. You see him kind of briefly talk to the guard, or the guard at the door, and then he kind of starts to head down the street, just walking.
What do you want to do? Unless you want to tail him?
Yeah, I think we should.
All right.
All right. So you start tailing him. Go ahead and give me a stealth check.
I think I'm going to definitely use my cunning for this.
Yep, I already
Stop
did mine.
messing around.
So I'll do mine. So cunning, and I have a stealth of
Red and 2 purple.
red and 2 purple, yellow, 1, 2, 3, 4. Should I spend a destiny point to upgrade it once, or just let it roll? Let it roll.
Yeah, we've.
You do have your Master of Shadows talent.
Oh, yeah, might as well do that. 2 strain, and drop it down by 1.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, actually, I feel good about this. Let's go ahead and roll it. Yeah, you succeed.
All right. You guys are able to trail him.
What? No.
He heads down. He makes a couple turns, and from watching his actions, he's not making turns like trying to lose you, but just going to the spot he's intending to. He goes over to a restaurant, and you see him go in and busy meet the greeter. They set them. He goes and gets at one of the tables out on the patio, and he's the only one out there on the patio. After a little bit, the waiter comes over and kind of takes his order, and he's just having dinner.
Oh. Having dinner. Lucky him.
It's exciting.
Guess that's what police work is. Lots of boredom and then
Yep, that's
punctuated
right.
with sheer horror.
Yeah. Well, I guess we want to keep on watching him. I mean, if it's late evening, he's probably not going to be going anywhere after dinner. But if we want to watch him,
Is if he goes anywhere else for business.
yeah. Which, like I said, it was evening at this point. So I mean, he has the kind of business that can be conducted at night. But is that what he's going to be doing? Or
I don't know. I don't know if where he's at is where he actually lives or just does business. Yeah, well, don't know.
He had a bed.
No, yeah, he had a bed there. So, all right.
I've made it.
I guess we can grab ourselves some dinner as well somewhere else and try tracking him tomorrow morning while I hold the fort, making sure they don't do anything shady with the transponders.
Right, because he was going to have it tomorrow.
Yeah. I mean, we have to have some illusion that, hey, we want to be at our ship and we want to make sure everything are okay. I don't know who would be the best person to do that.
Right.
Sorry, did I miss any plans? Or you just debating on what you're doing? Okay.
We're still debating it.
He sits there. If there's nothing to do, he basically has his meal and heads back to his apartment.
Same place, same walk back the same way he came. Okay. So definitely know it's his apartment. So, that might have been an ideal time to sneak in and break in, but
Right.
Oh well.
It would have, but I mean, they've got pretty good security, so.
Right. Yeah, let's We can wait a little bit longer.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Wait till
So you head back to the ship?
yeah, I think so. After grabbing something to eat.
Okay. You get food back to the ship. You can put together, Ruce, you can put together something for basic surveillance with your experience and the parts on the ship. Basically like a listening device. You won't be able to get video, but you can at least do a listening device. You put that,
Yes, far side for the other stuff.
you're able to put it together. Do you want to go out tonight and do anything, or are you gonna wait on it?
I'm good with holding off. Because let's put it this way: we want to make sure that he does not suspect us in the least bit if we're doing business with him.
Right.
I mean, we're spending all this cash to get a nice transponder, and so we're kind of pushing our lucks here. I mean, he could easily tell the bounty hunters the new transponders he gave us.
Right. I
So,
agree.
so let's just try to keep this as down low as possible. You can be patient.
Agreed.
Okay. So you guys call it evening. Next day comes. If there's anything particular you want to do, if not, we'll just time jump a little bit.
Nope.
I don't know if you wanted to try to follow him for his morning business or whatnot, but I was going to be staying at the ship.
Yeah. No, I mean I'll go back out there and then just wait for him to he's supposedly going to come to our ship, right? So.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. You head back over and doing your normal detective stuff. Start watching him, and you see him. He's up in his apartment. You see him over at the computer station. I'm assuming you're using Farsight to look through the walls. You see him over at his computer station, kind of working on different things. Every once in a while, he gets a hollow call. Probably just after lunch, or just after he eats lunch, you see him place a call, and Kirith's comm goes off.
Hello?
Hey, the guy has the regular one in stock, and he has the 4-1 in stock. Which one? Are you sure you don't want the 4-1?
Oh, you're talking that's got another 4,000, right?
So another 6,000. Extra 2 per
6,000.
channel.
Extra 2 per channel? Ugh.
21.
That would be nice. You know what? Sure. Let's go ahead and do that. I'll pay. I'll transfer it. I'll have the 6,000 ready for on delivery.
Okay. I'll be able to get the part later this afternoon. Of course, you're down at the spaceport. I'll be there tomorrow morning with the part ready to install. Make sure to have
Tomorrow morning?
Yep, tomorrow morning. Make sure to have the credits ready.
I'll make sure they will be ready.
All right. He hangs up. Shortly after Ruce, you see him leave. He goes down and starts walking out. Go ahead and make a stealth check if you're going to tail him.
Well, he's just coming to our ship.
No. Well, he's going to go to your ship tomorrow.
Oh, okay.
So tomorrow he's going to go to your ship to install it.
Yeah, I'll tail him again.
Okay. So I have a bunch of dark side points. I'll upgrade. So it'll be 2 red and 2 red, 1 purple.
I'm not that good at stealth.
Yeah, I'm good with you raising as well.
Yeah. I was saying you do have Master of Shadows.
Yeah, that'd be a good one to do as well.
You know what trees that's on?
We got
Padawan Survivor.
Huh?
Padawan Survivor?
Oh, it is on Padawan Survivor?
Mhm.
2 strain to
Oh,
reduce
yeah,
it.
yeah, yeah. I did buy it.
Okay.
Okay.
Because it's on the way down to the dedication force.
So that makes it back down to
Red.
1 red and 2 purple, or?
It reduces difficulty, so it would be just 2 red versus 2 red and a purple.
Okay.
So it's the better of the 2.
That is actually really good.
Actually, given this the next day, I can take down my strain. So
Wow.
nice.
Okay. You follow him, and again he's walking through town.
So with my triumph, can I say that he's like talking to himself, and he's talking maybe a little bit louder than he should be, and he gives away something?
Either that or some kind. He leads himself to some way that leads to the droids.
I mean, I don't know where he was going, but or maybe he's talking to an associate and it's calm, and he's talking a little bit too loud. I mean, whatever.
As you're trailing him, as he's walking over, you see he's walking over and he's going toward. He ends up going to a basically an electronics store to get the part for the ship. After he has the part, it's a large box that he's carrying. He's starting to carry it back to his apartment. As he's carrying it back to his apartment, his comm goes off and he has to set it down because of the size of it. It frustrates him, and you hear him. You hear the one side of the conversation of Tavik, what do you want? I'm busy. No, you don't need to go check on them. They're fine. What do you mean you want one of them? You can't have one of them. No, you can't have one of them. Tavik, they're on lockdown. They're fine. Leave them alone. Don't let me hear the alarm go off later today. Stay away from them. Okay. Don't call me again. You don't need to go there. And you see him put the comm down and kind of fights with carrying the transponder again.
Okay, that's kind of nice.
Yeah, that is nice. Interesting. Didn't give enough away for me to instantly deduce where to go, but still fun information. A name, which is good. I should be able to find someone.
Yeah, it's a small place. Shouldn't be hard to find someone. I mean, unless Tavik's like Steve, but on this.
Don.
Yep. All right. You follow. You follow. Having back. He goes back to his apartment with the transponder. You see him sit on the bench and kind of start working on stuff. And he basically stays up there the remainder of the day, or until you're ready to leave.
All right. Well, that's cool. All right. So let's see. Should I come to the ship also while they're installing the transponder, or should I go look for this new lead, this Tabit guy?
Oh, I'm assuming you're commenting and we're talking about this.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not happening until tomorrow morning, so that gives us a small window. We don't want to do anything yet, but maybe this Tavik, if we find him, we might find the place in question, and that gives us a prime opportunity to be able to maybe set somebody up. Granted, them all being destroyed is one thing. If they're stolen, that's another thing. I don't know if we can steal them.
Right. Yeah, I don't know either.
Which would be easier to frame on Tavik somehow.
Right, because he wants one. He's like, oh, shiny. So.
At the very least, Tavik might be able to lead us to our quarry.
Right.
I mean, and we don't have to go on it, pounce on it just yet. He might be eager, but he might not be that eager yet.
Right, like, you know, it'd be probably more realistic if we allowed him some time to hatch his plan to steal the droids.
Which will give us enough time for us to actually hatch a real plan to steal or destroy them.
Steal or destroy them and blame it on poor Tavik.
Yeah.
Poor Tavik.
All right, so our plan then is I'm gonna try to track this Tavik guy down.
Okay. Go ahead and make a streetwise check for me.
Streetwise.
It'll be average with a setback.
Okay, average check. This is one of those ones that it doesn't make any sense for you to try to give me setbacks on. I only remove 4 from streetwise.
Only 4.
Yeah, I figured.
Duncan.
Uh-oh.
You're gone.
Oh, he just turned off his video.
Yeah. So I have my TV above my monitor versus like on the side. So when I scroll up, above where I was trying to click and hit the video button. So 4 successes.
5 successes.
5 successes, sir.
That's
Okay.
right.
It doesn't take very much effort. You find Tavik. He works with Haven often. He's kind of muscle for Haven of people who don't pay up or other kind of general reasons for needing muscle or protection. Sometimes he'll work with Haven when Haven has to go to deals that he's suspicious of. But you find out he was in one. He served on a planetary defense force years ago, but he's been out of it for a while. He also spends a lot of his time down at one of the local bars.
Yeah, general idea of what he looks like, I assume?
Yep, he's a Solston.
I never thought Solstons would be muscle.
Everybody in the galaxy is different. So, he's...
Plus, there's that whole, like, firearms, the great equalizer thing, right?
Yep.
Right.
He normally hangs out at the Glistening Bar.
The glistening bar.
The Glistening Bar.
All right. Well, I suppose I will go to the glistening bar.
Okay. You head down there, and again, the like most things in this town is designed for function versus flash. The in the paint of the building, you see kind of like that weird paint that they have nowadays, where they have like glitter in the paint. So that's why they call it the glistening bar, because it kind of sparkles a little bit, so it stands out from the rest of the place. But once you step inside, it kind of goes back to just the vanilla bar. You have the bar along the back wall. There's the booths around the edge. Only a couple tables in the middle. You see they have a dance floor laid in the middle, but nobody's dancing right now. There's the bartender, a droid behind the bar, and there's probably about 7 or 8 other people in it, so not very busy. Half of them are at the bar, the other half are at a table. And up at the bar, you see Tavik sitting there in front of the droid.
All right. I'm not the. All right. So I guess I'll sit at the bar near him.
Okay. You sit down. He kind of looks over and gives you the look up and is like, "I haven't seen you here before," and takes his drink and puts it in front of the droid. The droid refills it and pushes it back over to him.
Yeah, no, I just arrived in town. I'm actually looking for some home defense items.
Home defense items.
Yeah.
Like just a pistol or a rifle?
No. See, I don't want to actually have to get my hands dirty. I want something that'll do the dirty work for me, if you know what I mean.
Well, there's automated turrets. Those are very fun to watch. One of the guys I used to work with, he had one set up on his house, and it'd go off randomly, but there's like real little critters running by, and you just hear a sound and a poof, and so you couldn't really tell what was happening.
There's a certain kind of person that actually would be really entertaining, because I don't know if you ever watched a bug zapper. For some reason, that is highly entertaining. So I could see, like, I don't know if I want to watch, laser beams annihilate rodents or whatever, or lizards or whatever. But a certain person could find that highly entertaining, because bug zappers are highly entertaining. There's no doubt about it. Yeah, okay. Anyway, random aside. Can't believe you've never seen a bug zapper. I mean, I guess you did spend time, like, not living in a place where a bug zapper would be useful, but.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I guess Alaska, if mosquitoes get zapped by them, that'd be good. But yeah, we ain't never.
Mostly for the kind of bugs that would hang around your house, like moths and stuff.
Yeah. Yep. No, I haven't had that pleasure. Maybe someday you can bring a bug zapper over and we'll just hang out and watch bugs die.
They really are. Every once in a while, just dot, and then
And then I'm sure if you drink it, just makes it that much more entertaining. So.
Well, yeah, of course. I mean, it's pretty much a requirement for doing anything even remotely like sitting on a porch watching a bug zapper. So you're right. That probably influences the amount of entertainment you get from it. But this guy seems like a drinker, so turrets are okay, but like you say, they're not they're not sophisticated. They can't distinguish between the types of things that you should be shooting and the types of things you can't be shooting. I'm thinking more something along the lines with something like a brain.
Well, after the Clone Wars, you're not supposed to give droids weapons anymore. they frown upon that. So the turrets are normally the easiest things to get, but I know there's some companies still making combat droids that, and it seems like a waste for just a home defense, but with the levels that some of them make them.
What was the name of the company that was making the droids? I don't remember now.
Oh, it's mine. It's in. Well, it was an unnamed factory, but it was in Hallex.
On Hallex, the planet was Hallex.
Or well, the city is Hallex on Hallex.
Oh yeah, yeah. You know, I know.
Was it Panda?
Huh? Was it Panda that was making them? No, that was who. No.
No. Okay.
But it was another company affiliated with Gaddis now.
Yeah. I don't remember the name, but yeah, you can drop the name.
Okay. Yeah, you're right. Like I know there are places that make them. Like for example, I know that there's a company out there, you know, named whatever. I just I can't seem to actually track down the source of the like where they build them or a representative of the company. And so I'm kind of on a wild goose chase, just you know, hopping from planet to planet, doing what trading I can, and on a search for my home defense items of choice.
Go ahead and make a check for how would you like to fish information from him.
Oh, I guess we'll. My charm is bad, but I have the force. I mean, I have the force for anything.
Yeah.
I guess deception.
Okay.
Deceiving them about my intentions. Here. The best lies have a core of truth, right?
All right. I'll upgrade accepting points. That'll be 1 red. So it would have been 1 red and 1 purple. So it'll be 2 red. And you get a boost dice because he's been drinking.
Okay, I'll just make a separate roll. Okay, so I've got a success and 4, 5 advantages. Okay.
He throws back the shot that he has in front of him, and he's like, he puts it up in front of the droid and like taps next to his glass, and the droid takes another glass and puts it in front and fills both of them. Slides one to you and 1 to him, and he's like, well, that company, I hear they found the prints for the old Clone War droids, the fancy ones. I forgot the model number. They always like to put letters and numbers and special characters and other weird things to identify them. But they have more firepower than you need for home defense. I saw one of them recently, and its gun was almost equivalent of the turrets, but they also had blades and they.
But you don't know what I mean. My house is pretty big, so you know it's like.
Oh.
So.
Well, if it was that big, you might want 2 of them.
Yeah, maybe.
Oh. Well, I could probably get the actually I could one up that. I could get a serial number from one of the droids and give that to you. And then with the serial number, it should be able to let you know the manufacturer and where came
it's located, the planet. Oh man, that'd be super great. Yeah, here, let me buy you a drink, by the way.
Oh, okay.
This is like the best thing that's ever happened to me. You know, another one of these, bartender. No, 2 of those.
He finishes his drink and puts it back in front of the droid. The droid promptly refills it and pushes it back. It's like, yeah, they all have serial numbers and they're all really close to each other. So they should be easy to tell with I think they do some weird thing of like when it's made and like what planet by some numbers or letters or some
numbers.
something, I don't know. But I could get I could get one for you. I might be a day. I think tomorrow I can go out there. I
Wow,
think
so you actually know someone who owns one? I'm so jealous.
well, they're collector's items, so I don't think
So
he
he's
has
not
any of
using
them.
them for home defense.
Yeah, he doesn't have any of them active right now. But
Yeah, some people just don't know what they have, you know?
right,
I feel like those kind of things should be in the hands of people who really appreciate them.
they should. But they're just so cool. They got all these features and
know, right?
yeah, I don't know. Maybe I need one. I think
Yeah.
I should ask for one.
One. You
I think
can
I should
never
ask
be
for one
too
again.
safe. You can never be too safe. You know
Never
what I'm
too
saying?
safe. Yep. And he drinks his other shot that you gave him, and it's like they're only as dangerous as you program them, and
Right?
hey,
I mean, that's what restraining bolts are for if you're really worried, you know?
yeah. Well, these don't have restraining bolts on them, but that's probably fixable.
Right. I agree.
I could probably find a
get
restraining.
anything. Yeah, you can get
Yeah.
you can find anything if you're a man of resources. And me.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we can get restraining bolts before we go.
that's right.
Yeah, maybe I'll ask for one again. I think he'll change his mind. And
Yeah, I still can't get over the fact that I've been looking all this time and you just know someone. That's great. That's great.
it's a small universe.
It really is. It really is.
There's somebody. Knowledge is something that everybody knows, and you just have to find the right nose.
I get to see like sloshing his face.
Of
Oh,
everybody.
everybody knows. Just like
You just got to find the right nose, and then
and
everybody.
I says to him, I should have one of these droids. That's what I said to him.
So he continues hanging and drinking out with you, and to the point where he passes out at the bar.
But bartender, do you know where this gentleman lives? I'd like to try and get him home.
He gives you an address. It's not that far from where Havin lives. It's a much lower quality, but not very far.
All right, so if he's passed out, I'm just gonna lift him up. And, if he's still got a tab, I got some pocket change. I'll pay his tab.
Okay.
And then I'll carry him to the address indicated.
Okay. As you're carrying home, there's very few people out, but anybody who sees you carrying him gives a very strange look in your direction. None of them stop you, but they give you strange looks, and you're able to take him home. The apartment has a guard like the other spot, and they see you walking up with him, and like,
Again.
where's at the bar again?
Yeah.
Opens the door and kind of ushers you, and he's like, go to the second floor and second on the right. If you can, he normally keeps coffee in the third cabinet. If you want to prepare some of that for him, so it'll be ready in the morning.
I obviously have a lot of experience with this dude.
Yeah.
Well, and what's great about that is that now I have free reign to rifle through his cabinets, so which is great because that's what I was going to do anyway. All right, so I'm going to get him up there and I'm going to put him in bed and I'm going to look around for any data that might tell me where to go without having to wait for him to stumble his way down there tomorrow or whatever.
You don't find any data saying where it's at. Looking through his data pads, his data pad is it has kind of records of like his missions in the Planetary Defense Force. Looking around the room, you don't see like any photos of family, any belongings of really anybody but him. So you get the gist that he's just a lonely dude, and like his glory days are behind him. And you find a drawer where he has his credits, where he has some credits just laying around. You find the coffee
Those credits.
cabinet. In one of the closets, he has. You see, he has weapons from when he was on the Planetary Defense. So like he has a sniper rifle in there. He has a carbine in there. He has like 2 or 3 pistols in there. And then he has a vibro knife also in there.
I'm not going to take any of his stuff. I just was hoping to find, some way I could figure out where to go without having to rely on this guy any further. But okay, so that's fine. So I'm going to leave a note with my comm number.
Okay.
Like on his coffee pot or near his coffee pot, and say, call me when you got that that number we talked about.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Go ahead and make a stealth check. Maybe 1 red, 1 purple, just to kind of see if you leave any clues of digging through his stuff. And you can take a boost because there's no real time restriction on it.
Use another 2 strain to reduce the.
Okay, so just do
I
that.
think so.
Since it's going to be a new day soon enough.
Right. All right. Cool.
All right.
I'm gonna leave it cleaner than I found it.
So you leave it nice and you put everything back in the appropriate spot. You figure out on the coffee maker the delayed time setting to set it to go off in 8 hours versus just go so it'll be warm when he potentially wakes up, or at least warmer. And it looks like nobody's been there. Minus the note.
Minus the note.
Head back to the ship.
Yep. Head back to the ship.
All right. Kirith, while this is going on, anything on for your end? Or is you waiting for?
I was, well.
Yeah, so tomorrow is install day, right? We don't have to both be there.
That's right.
Tomorrow's install day.
So I can head back to for good old Tavish's house early enough that if he's gonna like stumble to the factory, I can follow him. In theory, he'll be hungover, so it won't be hard.
Yeah. Only thing I'm thinking about is that I might be able to break in if he flounders it, we don't want to be anywhere near there anyway, so.
Right.
Well, at least you'll know where it is, and then we can do stuff.
That's right.
All right. That sounds like a great plan.
Okay.
I'm good with staying here.
All right.
Nothing else I can do except to.
So Ruce is heading back to the ship, and we'll head back out to follow Tavik tomorrow.
Yep.
Okay.
Bide our time.
You guys head back to the ship. Call it evening. The next morning comes. Early in the morning, you get a call from Haven, and say, "Hey, I got the part. I got it all wired. I got the extra 3 signals. You at your ship?"
Yep, and I have the 21,000 credits right here.
All right. I'll be down there in about an hour, and we'll get that installed, and we'll show you how it works, and so you should be good to go.
That'll be wonderful. Pleasure doing business.
It'd be good if you can have some breakfast there waiting for me. This thing's heavy. It takes a lot of work to get there.
All right. I don't know have much on this ship, but I'll see if I'll at least get something around.
Okay. And he He after about an hour or so, he arrives there. You see,
I come with like coffee and like the McDonald's equivalent of some sandwiches there for him.
Yep. And I'm assuming Ruce already left.
Yep.
Okay. He shows up and you see him carrying the transponder box, and he's already got sweat running down him, and he's like, "All right, here we go." And he starts heading over to your ship, and he goes in and goes up to where the cockpit is, and kind of starts working to take out the old one. After he takes it out, he has to hook the two together to sync the signal, or to sync the main signal to the new box, and then the other signals are already on it. So the whole thing probably takes about 2 or 3 hours for him to get in. While this is going on, Ruce, you head back over to where Kavak's place is, and it is you're just waiting outside for him to come out.
Yeah, I'm not going to make myself obvious. I'm going to position myself to where he won't immediately be able to see me when he comes out the door.
Okay.
Yeah.
You get over there, like I said, having called pretty early for going over to get it done. So it's still pretty early. It probably takes about an hour or about 2 hours before he comes out. As he steps out, you see him immediately shading his eyes.
He's like, "Oh God."
Shading his eyes and kind of slowly walking about.
Do Celestians have gigantic eyeballs? I feel like I'm picturing.
Yeah, he was the
so he's
pilot.
like, "Oh God."
Yeah, he was the pilot with Lando race, with the cheap things. So he starts. You see him start walking, and he's easy to follow, and he's not focused on anything really. As you start following him, you see him taking a very familiar path as he is heading back to the glistening bar.
All right. Well, guess where I'm going. Is there any way that I could beat him there? Like streetwise, find a shortcut or whatever.
You can. I'd say make an athletics check, but that'd be a waste of time. So since you use your force dice, so you can beat him there.
Okay.
You take the same seat that you had before.
Of course I do.
Okay. You hear the door. You hear the door open, and you see Tavik come in. At this point, you're the only two people in the bar because it's morning, and
we're opening to join up.
Yep. He walks up and takes a seat next to you and kind of gives you the look up and down. He's like, "I haven't seen you around here before," and kind of taps in front of the droid, and the droid puts the drink down and starts to pour the drink.
I mean, we can just repeat the whole conversation at this point. I mean, it's fine. But I'm going to add in a little bit of, man, I'm so bummed right now. That's why I'm here. 11 o'clock in the morning or whatever the hell it is.
No problem. As you start talking to him, it takes a little bit, and he's like, "Wait a second. We talked last night. I do know you."
You do know me. Wait a minute. You do know me. Oh, man, we were so drunk last night.
Yeah.
The last thing I remember was getting you home, and then I almost passed out on your floor. Damn, what did we talk about last night?
You threw up on my floor. There's puke by the couch.
Why you did that, man? You almost pooped on me.
What? I don't remember that. Are you sure?
Yeah, man, I got you home. The bartender told me where you lived. I got you home. and you almost puked on me. It was pretty bad. Like I had to like jump back. It was pretty gross. But you know, we've all been there, right? We've all been there. No shame. No shame.
Yeah. I put a reminder on my counter to clean it up tonight. So
Over the sticky of the comm number.
Aside from the barf, I don't remember much from last night, but I do remember talking about home defense. Yeah.
Oh yeah, the turrets shooting the critters.
Yeah, but I don't want turrets. I want something that can think for itself.
Oh yeah, the letters and numbers.
Yeah, it's coming back to me now. You were gonna see if you could look that up for me.
Oh yeah. Let me get some breakfast first, and he finishes his drink and puts it back to the droid.
Breakfast of Champions.
And the droid kind of puts it back, and he like looks at it and pushes it back over, and he says some word that you don't know, and the droid reaches and grabs like a colored liquid to pour in. He's like, oh, this is much better. It gives it more substance, and he drinks his breakfast. So basically, got a fruit add-in for taste and vitamins, and so he's like, all right.
So instead of drinking straight up vodka, he's drinking screwdrivers now.
Yep. Yep.
It's like drinking mimosas for breakfast. It's, you know.
So
it is what it is. It's a breakfast drink. What?
It's a breakfast drink.
Bloody Mary, right? It's a breakfast drink.
Yeah. Well, say a bunch of brunches do that of unlimited mimosas.
Yeah.
Oh, there was somewhere that. Remember, there's somewhere that did that I was debating on going to. But
I think prepping pastry does it. Yeah.
But after a while, you get him back on track of that. He's like, well, I'm not supposed to go there, but I like you. Give me 3 hours and 3 hours, 5 hours, and I'll be able to get it for you. I might need to take a nap on the way.
Right. I trust you, man. I trust you. We're pals.
Yeah. And he's like, all right. And he kind of puts the drink towards the droid again, and the droid fills it up with just the alcohol, and he's like, oh. And he puts more of the colored liquid in it, and he takes another one, and he's like, all right, well, let me get your comm, and I'll let you know when I got it.
Awesome, thanks. And I'll give him the comm.
Okay. He finishes the last one that the droid gave him, and he stumbles out of the bar, and you see him start walking down the street.
I'm gonna give it like 5 minutes. I'm gonna finish my drink. I'll pay for it, and then I'm gonna go out. I'm gonna follow him, and I'm gonna look for the telltale signs of alcohol on his breath to catch up to him. Because I can do that.
With your super
sight. That's right. I'm like, oh look, alcohol particles floating in the air.
Yep.
The whole Batman vision.
Yeah, man.
Yep.
It's the greatest thing. I don't even have to wear goggles or anything.
So needless to say, he's easy to follow. After you start following him, and after maybe 3 blocks, you find a puddle of urine. After about 5 blocks, you find a puddle of puke.
Yeah, man. You don't necessarily have to be a ranger to track this guy. You know what I'm saying?
After 10 blocks, you find him napping. So you set up shop across the street, and after a while, he gets up and kind of carries on. And again, it takes no effort to follow him. He goes and gets out to the he gets to the edge of the town and then starts going into the woods. And as you're telling him, you see him start like counting the trees, like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and he kind of keeps going in the wood counting trees. As you're following him, we'll cut back to Kirith and
Counting trees in the woods? That seems like a great mnemonic device.
but at this point, having finished installing it, he's like, all right, so we got it in for you. The default channel is your ship's original transponder code, and then you can pick. So I have the numbers for the transponder codes already set up, but you can pick what style of ship you want it to be. So you can't pick. So if you want it to read as if you're in a small shuttle or if you're in a cruiser, you say if they have visual on you, it'll be a giveaway. You have one channel which will be kind of the same size ship, but then the other ones are designed for different size ships, so you can kind of either get by without being noticed or make it look like you're bigger than you are, as long as you're not in visuals.
Okay, that can be very useful. Thank you. All right, so we got the numbers here, and we can associate it with any name we want. That's good. Okay.
So basically, you'll be able to do your guys' ship up is silhouette 4. So you can basically broadcast a silhouette size of 3, 4, 5, or 6. So,
okay.
And 6 is huge. So, but once they have visual on you, then they'll be able to tell that it's a
That's
fake.
the size of the Corellian Corvette, right?
Yeah.
6?
Okay.
Yep. So, actually, I think it's the Nebulon frigate. Because I think the Star Destroyers are 7. So like that
They
weird.
start at 7.
Yeah, they start at 7.
Okay,
Like
so
that
frigates are
weird-
6 and corvettes are 5. Okay.
I haven't seen them in a while because I haven't looked. But I think Corvettes are 6.
Okay.
Or sorry, I think Corvettes are 5. The frigates are 6, and destroyers are 7. So it's like, all right, well, we got you set up. There's a cost for you. I'm sure you're good for. And he reaches out for his payment.
All right, here you go. 21,000 as agreed.
All right. Well, still don't like my name being given out without me knowing the people, but this one worked out. If you have anything else you need dealing with, let me know, and maybe we can do business again.
I'll definitely keep you in mind. This has been a pleasurable experience.
All right. If there's nothing else for him, he heads out of the ship with money in hand.
All right.
All right. Heading back over to Ruce. He's continuing to follow Kavik as he's counting trees. And at one point, he starts back over, back at 1. And it's probably about an hour's distance. So about an hour's distance through the forest, which would probably be like a 45-minute walk for somebody who's not wasted for the distance that you travel. But he gets out there, and out there you get to. It's a small clearing, and you can see it was recently excavated. You can see, like, of course, with your vision, you can see like the grass hasn't retaken root over what's in the ground. You can see like there's a small patch where it's still just dirt. Where whatever grass was there got tore up where they couldn't put it back. But they tried to basically just bury the container and just leave it there. But you see Kavik go there, and he gets to where the patch is and where the patch of dirt is, and he looks down at it and starts looking around. And then he kind of slowly gets down on his knees and then kind of starts using his hands to scoop because he didn't bring a shovel or anything to dig with.
Right, because why would you?
So he's slowly digging. Slowly digging. You see him digging. He's digging for a while. While he's digging, at some point, he has to stop and throw up and make sure he doesn't throw up where he's digging. And he probably digs for about an hour and a half, 2 hours, before you see him kind of climb into the hole that he's dug. And then he fades from sight.
Okay, so I'm gonna calm Kirith, and I'm gonna tell him of my escapades here. And see if he wants to, if he's done with what he's doing, so he can come out and join me, or if I can just go in alone.
I go, yeah, we're done. Done with Havoc here. I can come over.
Cool. That's gonna take about an hour and a half or so to get here, I'm assuming.
Yeah, about.
And be on the lookout for a drunk guy stumbling in the opposite direction, because who knows how long he's gonna be in there.
Okay.
Celestin stumbling in there.
A drunk Celestin?
Yes, yeah.
Oh yeah. Golly, that's kind of rich. All right, cool. I'll try to just meander my way through the city and over to where you are.
Okay. You start heading that way. Ruce, as you're sitting there, time passes and you don't see him come back out. At this point, it's probably been about a half hour since he went down.
All right. Well, I'm gonna make sure that I'm back in the tree line or whatever, so that way if anyone else comes,
Okay.
either in or out, they won't necessarily see me, and just keep watching.
Okay. You probably about another half hour, 45 minutes pass, and you see a hand come up, kind of grabbing the ground, and he kind of pulls himself up, and he then kind of looks around, and then he kind of starts pushing the dirt back over to fill up the hole he dug. Probably takes about 20 minutes for him to do that, and then he starts going back through the forest, or starts heading back through the forest, and you see him again start counting trees going as he goes back.
Which is hilarious. He's gonna forget and have to restart counting again, which is funny.
Well, and going back, you don't really need to count trees because, well, you're going to find your destination once you get there. So, but
well, I'm not following him.
Okay.
I found what I want to find, right?
Yep.
I don't actually need a serial number for a droid, so I don't care if he makes it back or not.
Probably after about another 15 minutes, Kirith shows up, finding your comm signal.
Hey, I'm gonna come out of the tree lines, be like, hey, so might not look like much, but there's the place.
It's dirt.
It's dirt.
I'm guessing it's under.
It's under, yeah, underground bunker or something. So let's, shall we? Let's see what's
You
inside.
could have told me I should have brought a shovel, you know.
What's life without a little bit of fun? I'm assuming the dirt's really loose at this point because he just did it, so.
Yeah.
All right.
And he probably didn't do all that great of a job of covering it up anyway.
Yep.
All right. Let's see if I can don't get my jacket dirty right here, hanging on the branch. Let's go.
Yeah. Let's do it.
You guys start digging. After a while, you get to a point where you hear it make contact with metal. After you probably dig about 6 feet down, and you see the roof similar to the shipping container that Ruce saw before.
All right.
And there's a square hatch on the top corner where you guys are at.
Check for any traps or sensors or anything like that.
You don't see any.
All right.
The latch on it it's latched but not locked.
Oh, okay.
If it was locked, then the other dude probably couldn't have figured out how to get in. So,
All right. Well, it's worth looking at. So
Yep.
make sure that, be very careful and try to make sure that we can actually get in without being noticed.
Okay.
All right, here we go.
okay. You drop down, and inside you see the shipping container. It probably goes about 40 feet back, and it's probably about 8 feet wide. You see the combat droids that you saw at the factory at the factory the first time. Ruce sees the similar droids that were at the last shipping container, and they are all unactive.
Oh, this is how I dealt with the last ones.
Well, hold on. Is there any sensors about that we need to make sure of, or?
Go ahead and make a. Oh, bother. Yes, you see in the far corner, opposite of you, you see a flashing red light.
Oh, okay. I'll try to go to there and try to slice it or finagle it such that it is on a loop where we're not there. It's all edited out, but the Celestine's still there.
So it's not recording. It's just basically an alarm has been set. So
Okay.
you can turn if you can do something. You can turn off the alarm.
I would like to turn off the alarm.
Yep. You can do a skullduggery check. It'll just be a purple and a red.
Okay. 1, 2. I think.
I mean, at this point, it might be time to just start chopping.
Yeah, you might just start. You can take
Yeah.
care. I can take care of the alarm, and you can start chopping. I'll join you shortly.
So anyway, I started chopping.
Okay.
So
Yeah, I succeed. Wow. With 4 advantages. So yeah.
second container, same as the first.
That's right.
Ruce starts chopping droids. After a little bit, Kirith starts joining the fun as all the pieces clutter to the ground. As you get near the end of chopping, up from above, you hear engine sounds of swoop bikes
Oh no.
up above, and you hear somebody, you hear the voice of Heaven yelling, "Tavok, I told you not to go down there!" And that's where we'll stop.
Oh golly.
Go ahead and take 15 experience.
Okay. Oh dear.
That's funny.
You guys keep running away from when I'm trying to let you fight the big bad guys. Lord Ragnar was on planet waiting for you. He was there.
Planet?
No,
the
on the
other
last,
planet.
last planet.
Yeah, that's what I thought with the Gamorreans.
Yep.
Yeah, that's why we figured the Gamorreans. But once I got blasted with a sniper rifle.
Yeah, we were gonna be captured. It was like, no.
And then the last time the big bad guy was there and you didn't go into the room where all the droids were. God, just don't take chances. It's like you're just trying to prolong the game. And
Hold on. The room where all the droids were.
so when you were in the factory, when Lesen wasn't there, and you guys made it all the way down to where there's like a hallway with combat droids and an office at the end.
We only went in where the robots were and destroyed them and then stole the ship and left.
Well, you went down there without Lesen,
Right.
and then you left because you didn't have Lesen, and instead of going into that door, which he was going to be behind the door, but also activated all the droids. And then you guys ran away. I'm like, damn it! So,
That's funny.
yep. But yeah, he's definitely going to have you softened up before he came to deal with you guys. So.
Let's see.
That's amusing. All right, so I don't know if I immediately want to use this experience or not. I can get that last thing on it enhanced
Mhm.
for